Cummings, Brian Kalinowski, Melinda McCraw.
This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego. Only on WTOP.
We are in for a thriller as Eagles have come soaring into the Deb. Preseason has concluded, and now every game has the utmost importance. Welcome to Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10. We welcome everyone into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena as we are just 30 minutes away from your puck drop between the Oswego State Lakers and the Elmira Soaring Eagles. I am your host, Mike Meckers. Alongside me are two other dapper yappers, the legendary Lucas McGarry and the marvelous Madeline Cummings. And guys, how are we feeling tonight? We should be in for a good one.
I am so excited. It's the opening night of Oswego men's hockey. This is the staple of this school. If you think about it in sports, there is nothing bigger than Oswego men's hockey all around campus. Everyone gets excited for this. The fans are coming in. Heads up, we just had a puck fly in here.
Puck, guys.
Whoa! But I don't know where that went, but Madeline, how are you thinking about the game?
I don't know. I'm having a great time so far. I mean, the players just took the ice, but the energy is already just through the roof. Fans are feeding in, and I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a great night.
And guys, both of these teams kicked off their regular seasons just last night, and both teams fell up just a little short. Lucas, tell me what happened to Lakers last night as they went on the road to the Cooler in Geneva, New York.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest season opener for the Lakers. They were put on their back heels early and unfortunately couldn't find their way back. The Statesmen came out strong. They were able to grab a quick penalty. Laker forward Cam Simons was put in the box early, and the Statesmen were able to get a goal very early into the game, and the Lakers were essentially playing defense the whole rest of the period. And then after that, Hobart with another goal later in the period. Very unfortunate for the Lakers. And after that, it was all about momentum. Right into the second period, the Lakers came back, ripped off a goal, and then literally 2 minutes later, Hobart gets another goal, 3-1. Thankfully, Matt McQuaid came in, tried to save the day, made it 3-2. Second period ended 3-2. And then after that, it was all Hobart. Third period saw 2 unanswered goals from the Statesmen, and it was just a very rough, sloppy opener for the men.
So a bit of a third period collapse there for the Lakers. But Madeline, it's your turn now. How'd the Eagles match up against the Nazareth Golden Flyers?
Yeah, pretty similar game. It was a Nazareth win 2-1. So the Elmira is also coming off of a loss. Nazareth made the first goal against Elmira, and Elmira tied it up at the end of the first period. In the second period, Nazareth took the lead with another goal, 2-1, and then there were no more goals in the third. At that point, it was just a defensive game. And something that I thought was really interesting were the penalty minutes. In the game, Nazareth only had 8 penalty minutes, while Elmira had a total of 25 penalty minutes. So that's over 3 times as many penalty minutes.
Yeah, 25 penalty minutes will lose you a game.
Crazy.
But tonight will not be the first time these two teams on the ice right now have met, as they've played each other over 100 times in the past 50 years. Guys, tell me more.
No, these teams have insanely even history. Overall, their record against each other is 48 wins for Oswego, and then 48 wins for Elmira, with only 6 draws between the two of them. However, for the Lakers in this building, specifically at the Deb, a much better record of 29 wins, 18 losses, and a draw. The Lakers have averaged 4.24 goals against this Elmira squad, so expect to see some fireworks here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're really seeing that home rink advantage, and I wonder if the Lakers will take advantage of that today. But as of right now, Elmira is on a 2-game win streak against Oswego. So the past two games, Elmira took home the dub. And so I wonder if we're gonna keep that up or not.
And those 2 games were a whopping 7-1 and 7-3 Elmira. So the Lakers are gonna need to bounce back here.
Yeah, not close games at all for the Lakers last season against the Soaring Eagles. But Madeline, these two teams have a lot to prove, both coming off of solid seasons, both falling short of reaching that end goal of a conference championship. 18 new guys on the Oswego team. What does this game mean to the Lakers? What can they do tonight?
I think, again, coming off of that last loss, I think it's a lot of just proving that they can do it. That with the 18 new team members, that they can push through. I think it's about chemistry. I think it's about new leaders and the veterans really taking the lead in the game. And I think they just have to go back to what they were doing in the exhibition, because they had a 2-game win. So they were on a win streak until the last game.
And Lucas, how about the Eagles? What sort of impact can they make tonight and for the rest of the season? despite starting out last night with a tough loss.
Well, yeah, with both Elmira and Oswego both coming off recent losses, Elmira has a very, very good chance to rebound by exploiting any lingering weaknesses in Oswego's game. After falling to Nazareth, Elmira will likely emphasize tightening their defense and maximizing scoring opportunities to earn that momentum. They have a shared urgency to avoid consecutive losses, so that's just going to add more intensity to both these teams, and I feel like they're going to be more disciplined, they're going to be more focused, and I think under crucial pressure for Elmira, they can squeak out a win here if they maintain their composure and Oswego fails to.
And Madeline, one thing somewhat important, feels important to mention tonight, is that the Oswego State Lakers played the Nazareth Golden Flyers during the preseason and walked away with a 4-3 victory right here in the Deb. So how do you think the Lakers are feeling going into tonight's game, knowing that they beat a team that Elmira could not beat?
I think they're probably feeling pretty confident about it. I think they're just going to use a lot of the same techniques. They're gonna focus on a lot of the same plays, and I think they're probably feeling really good.
And of course, teams have on nights and off nights, so that 2-1 loss in Nazareth doesn't necessarily mean anything as far as the Lakers having an advantage in tonight's game. But we're going to go to a quick commercial. Do not go anywhere, though, because we've got plenty more coming up after the break on WTOP 10.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
And welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena in beautiful Oswego, New York. In case you forgot, I'm Mike Neckers. This is Lucas McGarry, Madeline Cummings, and our new friend, Lucky the Pucky, flew in during A block. Look at this guy. He's an absolute stud.
I was a little bit scared. That thing flew in here.
No, it caught me off guard. I was
Got a little
back.
Notre Dame logo on this thing.
Just glad no one was hurt, though, guys. And I'm sure you've noticed by now, the three of us are all rocking these teal ribbons tonight in honor of Teal Night. Madeline, can you tell us a little more about the significance of these ribbons and the importance of tonight?
Yeah, so tonight is Teal Night, and Teal Night is here to honor Coach Ed Gosick's late wife and SUNY Oswego employee Mary Gosick, who passed away of ovarian cancer in 2017. And something special about this game is that we have the first minute of every period, we have Mary's Minute, which is where all of the fans cheer as loud as they can at the beginning of each period, just as Mary would have done.
That's awesome.
It's such a great night, such a great cause, and such a great woman to honor. And with more info on Teal Night, its significance, and more on Mary Gosick is our very own Michael Shetler down on the sideline. Shet, how you doing? Well, Mike's not going to be able to make it for us tonight, but like I said, a cause in honor of a great woman. But we'll move over now to the phenomenal coaching matchup we've got here tonight. It's Ed Gosick for the Lakers and Aaron Saul for the Eagles. Lucas, tell me a little about Coach Gosick.
I mean, there's a million different things I can say about Ed Gosick. He is the staple of Oswego men's hockey. not only was he a player here from 1979 to 1983, he was the assistant coach for this team from 1990 to 2003, and was hired as head coach the following year, and the rest is history. In that time, he has become the only head coach to hoist the national Division III title for the Lakers. He is a 4-time SUNY champion as the head coach and has won 5 more as an assistant coach and a player. And he boasts an overall record of 392 wins, 133 losses, and 33 draws. Safe to say Ed Gosick is the GOAT of Oswego men's hockey.
I agree.
And
Yeah,
Madeline, why don't you tell us a little bit about Aaron Saul?
Yeah, and this is head coach Aaron Saul's 16th season with the team. He's been coaching for almost 2 decades. He has an overall record of 215 wins to 149 losses and 29 ties. Saul is a 1998 graduate of Elmira College where he played hockey, and making him the only graduate in 50 years to be appointed head coach of the team, which I thought was really interesting.
Wow.
He's also a heavily decorated coach. He won the ECAC West Tournament crown twice. He is the first ever winner of the UCHC Tournament Championship. He is a 3-time ECAC West Coach of the Year award recipient and UCHC Coach of the Year honor.
Wow.
Absolutely, Madeline. And Lucas, we've got 2 heavily decorated coaches, 2 coaches who know hockey very, very well. And I'm sure there's going to be so many tactics out on the ice. So what do you think these coaches are going to do to try and get the edge? Lucas, I'll have you start with Coach Gosick.
I mean, honestly, I think for both of these coaches, you got to bring your teams back from those really heartbreaking losses. For both teams, you got to come out, you start the season hot, and then you just fall flat on your face. And I think both these coaches are just motivating their teams and putting in the best strategy that they can, because both of these teams want this win so badly, and especially for the Lakers, it's their first home game of the season. Gosick is in that locker room telling all of the players, listen to the fans, use that energy, do what we work on in practice, and we can win this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a lot about morale. I really think they're going to work on keeping that up. As long as a strong offense, they need to be scoring goals. They need to be taking advantage of those power plays. They need to be staying level-headed out there on the ice.
And guys, Michael Shetler has his makeup ready now. Woo! So we're going to throw it down to him on the sideline with a hit.
Thanks, guys. Tonight is a special one here in the Deb, as tonight is Teal Night, a yearly tradition dating back to 2017 to honor the memory of Mary Gosick, who was a beloved member of the Oswego community, a SUNY Oswego employee, as well as the late wife of Oswego State Lakers head coach Ed Gosick, who unfortunately lost her battle to ovarian cancer. Teal stands for Tell Every Amazing Lady About the Signs and Symptoms of Ovarian Cancer. The Lakers will be skating out in their teal uniforms tonight, as well as there will be a fundraiser for ovarian cancer research, as well as for Peaceful Remedies, an organization started up by Mary Gosick herself. If you're interested in donating, there's a donation bin right here for a fantastic cause. This is a great event for the community that I couldn't be more proud to be a part of. For now, Boys on the Perch and Madeline Cummings, back up to you.
Thanks, Shetler. A phenomenal cause in honor of a phenomenal woman. Unfortunately, it's time for another break, but when we come back, you'll hear a little more from us and then a whole lot from our men up in the press box. Rob Finger and Connor Sangus. We'll be right back on WTOP 10.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey,
Don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a closer with that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back. While you were gone, Lucas and Madeline went and got some poutine, and they didn't get me any, so I'm a little upset. But like I said, we've got Lucas, Madeline, myself, Mike Neckers, and of course, Lucky the Pucky is still here with us. And guys, how are we feeling for Oswego's home opener? I know I already kind of asked this, but I feel like it's important enough that I should ask it again. A huge chance to make a statement and get up to 500 on the season through 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it right on the head. That's exactly what both of these teams need to do. They want to bring it back to 500, and then basically you can just kind of reset the season from there. You go, hey, we got to win. We're 1-1. Now let's start winning consistently more and more often. And I think for the Lakers, what they need to do is draw on the home advantage that they have. This crowd, they're going to get loud. They're going to get them motivated. And I think Elmira just needs to tune all of that out, and the Lakers need to embrace it and get everything that they can from this energy.
No, going off of that, yeah, just keeping a level head. I think Elmira really needs to, again, tune everything out, really focus. And Oswego does too in the exhibition games, especially in the last game. They're super aggressive. They're racking up a ton of penalty minutes. And just focusing and keeping a cool head and ignoring everything that's going on.
And one other person who was able to tell us how they were feeling is Oswego assistant captain Connor Gato. I had the chance to sit down with him earlier this week and get some insight on the team's identity going into this new season. Take a look.
Connor, how well do you think this team is gelling and coming together as you prepare for your first game of the regular season?
Yeah, I think the team's coming well so far right now. Early on we wanted to get to school a little bit earlier than we normally would have, just so we could connect off the ice and build some chemistry that could translate on the ice.
Happy to hear. As an older player on a team composed primarily of first-year players, how are you and the other returning players adjusting to being in more of a leadership role in the team this year?
It's obviously a little different with having all the younger guys, but we just want to basically kind of try to teach them what made us successful in the past years and how we can improve on what we needed to improve on.
And with all the new faces, how are you guys preparing for games like Plattsburgh that have such a high...
And Gato with some wonderful insight on how he thinks the season should go for the Lakers. But real quick, what do you guys think?
I mean, I think you hit it right on the head. There's so many new players on this squad that you got to be able to build a new team chemistry, because with only 9 returning guys, can't really do too much with chemistry. But I think the expectations are still the same nonetheless. The goal is always to win.
Yeah, it's also about leading by example. A couple games ago in one of the exhibitions, Gato scored a hat trick. So I think that's super exciting, and it sets an example to the newer players, the freshmen, of how you're supposed to play, how you have to play to take home these wins.
Absolutely. Veterans like Gato, Matt McQuaid, Drake Semrad need to be out on the ice, stepping it up and showing their new teammates, most of whom are freshmen, how to lead by example. And we are going to send it over to the press box now to our guys who have been patiently waiting for their turn. Rob Finger and Connor Sangus, without further ado, take it away, gents.
Thank you very much. Welcome into the Steve Levy press box here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. My name is Rob Finger alongside Connor Sangus. And Connor, this is quite the matchup that we've been put in front of us here.
Yeah, we've got an interesting one today between the Oswego Lakers and the Elmira Soaring Eagles. Both teams played last night. Both teams lost. Coming into today 0-1. Let's see which team responds better today.
Oh, absolutely. And you mentioned last night as well where the Oswego State Lakers took on the Hobart Statesmen. I was there in Geneva calling the game, and it was a very interesting game. It was real tight all the way up until about the last 5 minutes of play here. It was about a 1-goal game, 5 minutes left. It was 3-2, but unfortunately a little bit of a collapse from the Oswego State Lakers late in the third period. They're hopefully looking to bounce back, especially because that Hobart team was ranked #1 in the nation after essentially winning the NCAA National Championship last year for Division III men's ice hockey. Now, let's get into our keys to the game here, because both of us have some keys to the game for both teams here. So we'll start with my keys. For Oswego, we have to play that sort of tough and skill game. About halfway through that first period, they started playing super physical against Hobart, and it generated them a ton of offense. They have to as well limit the amount of mistakes that they do, because there was one that I believe it was Matt McQuaid made at the blue line, completely let it out of the zone, let it for a 2-on-1 going the other way, and that's what scored Hobart their third goal of the game. And for Elmira here, it's all about mind games. They're coming into the Deborah F. Stanley Arena here. There's going to be a huge crowd, all of whom are cheering on the Oswego State Lakers. So they have to get into the heads of those Oswego State Lakers. Get into their heads, try and figure out what makes them tick, maybe get them a little bit angrier and draw some of the penalties instead of taking the penalties like we saw in their last game here, and get a whole ton of shots on these goaltenders. Now, what about your keys here, Connor?
Well, for the Oswego Lakers, they got to start strong. Last night against Hobart, they didn't register a single shot on goal until just about 6 minutes left in the first period, and were outshot 11-5 in that period. You can't keep digging yourself that big of a hole on the offensive side of the game. It's just too big to overcome, especially against a team like Hobart, who is on a 15-game winning streak. For Elmira, they got to stay out of the penalty box. They had 25 minutes in the penalty box yesterday, and their 2-1 loss versus Nazareth. That's over a third of the game. That's more than one period. Got to stay out of the box. And for both teams, they're both coming in on the second of back-to-back games. They got to have quick shifts. It's important for all of these players to keep their energy strong and at a consistent level for 3 periods tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that'll do it for us in our pregame show here at the Steve Levy Perch. We'll send it back to you guys over there on the Perch.
Well, thanks, boys. The fans will be hearing a whole lot more from you later, and a little more from us. We'll give you our players to watch and picks for our game right after this break as the lights go out in the Deb.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
And we're back for one last time on the pregame show with everybody's favorite 2 segments of the night, players to watch and picks. Now, guys, there's so many absolute studs out on the ice for both teams tonight. It's going to be very hard to narrow it down, but Madeline, I'm going to have you start. Who should we keep an eye on tonight?
Yeah, so tonight I'm going to be watching a lot of the freshmen, and my first pick for Elmira is number 15, Seth Ferguson. He is a freshman, and he was one of 2 goal scorers last game.
And Lucas, you're next up with your Oswego pick.
I think there's only one answer for my player to watch. He's the leader of the team. He's got a goal already in the first game of the season. His name is Matt McQuaid. I think he's ready for a big game and an even bigger season. He's the linchpin for this Lakers squad. He knows the team dynamics. He knows the culture. Expect him to be getting the puck a lot. Expect him to be taking a lot of shots. And don't be surprised if we see some big plays from him.
Of course, we saw he scored last night against the defending national champions. And Lucas, we're going to stay with you and ask you for your Elmira player to watch.
I really like Bailey Crossick. He's a graduate student and a forward, so that means he's got plenty of veteran ability. And while he hasn't scored yet, he had 4 shots on goal last game. And I think it's only a matter of time before he breaks through and scores that elusive first goal of the season. He's had some standout play in his previous years, and while he's more of an enforcer on the ice, he can get some absolute missiles taking shots on that goal, so wait for him to get an opportunity.
And Madeline, nice and quick, your Oswego player to watch.
Yeah, Lucas was watching the vets, but again, I'm watching the new players. My pick for Oswego is number 27, Mike Ergo. He's, again, a freshman. The last home game, he was just such a nail gun, so fiery, so full of energy. He had a ton of penalty minutes, but I think that if he can stop getting put in the sin bin, then he really has a good shot.
Absolutely, so many studs out there, like I said, and it's getting loud in the Deb, so let's move over to our picks for the game. Madeline, you're up first.
All right, I think Elmira's going to take this one. I know the Lakers have the home ice advantage, but I'm going to go 2-1 Elmira, keep up their win streak.
Lucas?
Yeah, I got to go 3-1 Oswego. I think that the Lakers are going to bounce back better than ever after that first opening loss. I think they have a ton of drive and grit now. They had a big first loss to start the season, and I think now they're going to use that motivation, rip 3 goals, and I don't think they're going to give up much, 3-1.
And Madeline, of course, Elmira winning the last 2 matchups, 7-3 and 7-7. Lucas, the Lakers with a young, fresh, new team. Give me a 4-3 overtime win for the Oswego State Lakers. We're staying here extra hours tonight. I'm feeling it.
That's adventurous.
Guys, that'll do it for the pregame show tonight. The puck drop between the Oswego State Lakers and the Elmira Soaring Eagles is mere moments away, so we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because Rob Finger and Connor Sangus will be on the call when you get back.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Broadcast
Matthew,
news.
look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Sports. My name is Rob Finger alongside Connor Sangus, and we're here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena for tonight's matchup between the Oswego State Lakers and the Elmira College Soaring Eagles. And boy, oh boy, Connor, this matchup is going to be a great one, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, looking at the history between these two teams, they are tied at perfect 48, 40, and 48, so it should be anybody's hockey game tonight.
Oh, absolutely. As we get set for puck drop here, and it is teal night here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena in honor of Mary Gosick, the late wife of head coach Ed Gosick. And up on that board right there, Mary's minute. For the first minute of the game here, the Deb will be making as much noise as humanly possible for Mary Gosick as we get things started in earnest. The Lakers quickly getting the neutral zone regroup here as Elmira will look to do the same, setting it up the near side, but blocking that at the bench there was number 81, Nico Payon. In the zone they come, quick shot, and another quick shot gets redirected both over towards the glass here as they go into the near corner. Elmira looking to get it below the goal line. Rich Gorman over to his brother Chance Gorman. Elmira looking to get it out. Nico Payon though stopping that. Quick shot save made by the goaltender, number 1, Brody Haynes.
Some great opening pressure here by the Lakers in the first 30 seconds of this Mary's minute. Really seems like the crowd advantage is really helping them out with the pressure in the offensive zone.
Oh, and everybody has been embracing the teal, especially that student section on the horseshoe end of this Deborah F. Stanley Arena. Face off one back by the Lakers, and taking it quickly is Josh Simpson. Simpson around the net. Over to the far side, looking for a pass. Drops that. Here they come. Quick shot save made by Haynes once more.
And here come the Lakers. I mean, not getting a single shot on goal until 6 minutes left in the first period last night. They've already got 3 so far. 2. Take that back. Sorry.
But this it's still the same point to be made as Elmira. Unfortunately, winning that face-off, they'll send it up the near side. Oswego in their teal jerseys looking to keep it in. 5 seconds left in the first minute. And Elmira will look to take it back behind their own net. Here they come up the near side. Cam Lowe passing the red line over the blue line. The Oswego Lakers, though, will look to take it just as he enters the offensive end. Going behind the net, Travis Baker over to the far side. The Lakers will break it out. A little bit of a redirect there. Goes deeper into the Oswego end. Josh Simpson grabbing that behind the net. Gavin McCarthy in net for the Oswego State Lakers today. Sending it up towards Justin Ryan on the near side. Looking to grab that as well. Up with him is Ryan Burke. They'll dump it in. Below the goal line it'll go. Cam Lowe sending it back up the near side. Elmira breaking it out, courtesy of Cole Tucker. Into the Oswego end that will go. It'll go all the way to Gavin McCarthy. He will waste no time covering that one up.
And I'm really interested to see how Gavin McCarthy plays today. This is his first collegiate game in his career. He played 2 seasons in the OJHL with the Oakville Blades. He was an all-star and top 3 in the league in save percentage. Let's see how he does today.
We will see, as he did make an appearance in the preseason, I believe, against the Nazareth Golden Flyers, I believe that team was. He played one of the periods, but he was a stud even in that appearance as well. As we come towards the neutral zone here, a big collision right in the middle as it goes back to Ryan Burke. Over to the far side it will go. Oswego looking to go out. Unfortunately delayed offside because I believe that was number 23, Mike Kosas, going into the zone a little bit early here. Nazareth coming up the near side. Lucas Stevenson dumping it in. Into the far corner it'll go. Jonathan Bala going to grab that. Coming up the near side here, Nico Payon getting it out. And getting that into the zone, Nicholas Miller. Below the goal line it'll go. Elmira coming up again through the middle now, but it goes back to the defensive line of the Oswego State Lakers. Elmira though looking to get the possession back. Matt York sending it up the near side. It'll go deep into the Oswego end. McCarthy sending it all the way around, but almost kept in, I should say, by Birch Gorman. But again, Oswego sending it off to the near side, off those near boards, but they'll go to the stick and Matt York again. Birch Gorman back to York. York on the near side, the captain sending it all the way to the far side, intercepted though by Nico Payon. Into the zone they come. Sent it right across the crease it went, but no shot will come. Keeping that one in, Connor Gatto, backhanded shot there from Matt McQuaid. Did not go, denied by Haynes. Coming back in, McQuaid again, another shot, it'll go wide. Coming back up, Payon for Gatto. Send it right in, it'll go below the goal line again, and Oswego will just try to get as many shots as they possibly can on Brody Haynes here as Elmira is able to get it out, but they will dump and change. Grabbing that. The Lakers sending it up the near side just under their bench here, but intercepted by Cam Lowe. He will send it back into the zone. Gavin McCarthy over Connor Gato. Sending it up the boards there as it goes back to Jonathan Bala. Bala on the far side. Sending it high and out. It'll go. And that will be our first icing of the game.
And so far in these first 5 minutes, this looks like a completely different matchup from last year. We saw the Elmira Soaring Eagles put up 7 goals in the 2 meetings that they faced against Oswego the last 2 years. But Oswego's defense has looked really good here so far, just 5 minutes into the period.
15:57 still left to go in this first period of play. Face off to the right of Gavin McCarthy. Elmira will win this one back though. Cam Lowe sending it below the goal line. Going to grab it, Nico Payon sending it high and out. That'll go all the way down. And that will be another icing. We'll go back to the other side. 15:46 still left to go in this first period. No score as of yet, but 3 shots marked on the board at least for the Oswego State Lakers. Face off now to the left of Gavin McCarthy. Sending it around. We'll toss it down to Mike Shatler down at ice level. Shatler, what do you have for us? We'll come back up here to the Steve Levy press box as they send it back over to the far corner. Elmira looking to get control of it here as the Lakers able to get it out courtesy of Josh Simpson. Elmira, Cam Lowe, a native of Auburn, New York, just south of us here in Oswego. Elmira getting it back in their own midst, looking to dump it in, and they will change for the most part, -1. And the Lakers will possess it deep in their own end. Looking over their option, they send it high off the glass and out of the zone into the neutral zone. Elmira looking to go the other way. Stephen McDonald will go back the other way. Elmira sending it back in, and we will have an offsides here. And we do have Mike Shatler down at ice level. Shatler, what do you have for us this time?
Thanks, guys. This place is absolutely buzzing tonight. Very few times have I seen an atmosphere quite like this. The Laker faithful are fired up for the first home game of the season, and Mary's Minute gave me chills. Such a special moment for someone that was so loved by the Oswego community. Rock and Rob, back up to you.
And thank you, Shatler, and especially during those 2 whistles that we had in the first period, the Deborah F. Stanley Arena was still making as much noise as they could as we get another whistle here. But once again, a lot of emotion being shown here in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena for Teal Night, and one that sort of hits close to home for me as well, as my grandma unfortunately was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. She won her battle, but still it does affect. As the Lakers in their teal jerseys take it deep into the Elmira end here. As off the glass it will go, but down to the corner it went. Elmira looking to take it. Lucas Stevenson sending it off the far side. Elmira just trying to break it out here. can't quite, now they do. D though for the Lakers. Over here to Travis Baker off the boards. Marco Iozzo will dump it in. Birch Gorman sending it all the way around there for Kenny Maxwell. They will get it out. Cole Tucker looking to possess it in the Oswego end, but they are intercepted just at about that blue line. Back D, they'll look to go the other way. Getting it up for Matt McQuaid. In for Calabufo, quick shot, turned away. Up into the netting by the blocker of Brody Haynes.
The Lakers have just done an amazing job with their offensive zone pressure 7 minutes into this opening period. I mean, it clearly just looks like two different teams. It seems like the Lakers didn't even play last night with how fast they're playing right now.
Well, the Lakers are looking for redemption, especially against a team like the Hobart Statesmen. Was a 5-2 score last night. They were hoping to do the upset against the #1 team, and hopefully they will look for redemption here for their first regular season win as they come back around in front. No shot will come, unfortunately. Cam Lowe, though, getting it off the boards and all the way down. And this one will be an icing with 13:26 left to go in the first.
And one thing to keep attention to with these icings is that the team that commits them can't change players, and that's going to add up here as we get deeper and deeper into this game with both teams playing the second of back-to-backs here.
With 13:26 left to go, another offensive zone face-off for these Oswego State Lakers. And you wonder when they can take advantage of them as they send it down deep. Drake Semrad, Daniel Calabufo fighting for it, but it's number 17, Owen Halloran, who comes out with it. Here comes Elmira the other way. Joel Pavi sending it over. Matt McQuaid, though, looking to intercept Semrad as well. But that's Owen Halloran taking it in, trying to send it across, but the pass was blocked, and the Lakers will get it out. They will go for a little bit of a change here. Elmira College sending it all the way in. Below the goal line it will go. Lakers will look to break it out here over on the near side with Jesse Horacek. Horacek off the boards and into the zone. He will go to chase. Kyle Hughes getting it over to the near side here for Nathan Young. Elmira just trying to possess it as much as they can in their own end here and just trying to break it out. They hand it over to Kyle Hughes, who takes it up the far side this time. Off the glass it'll go. Arms up for icing, but it will be waved off. Nico Payon over to Jesse Horacek. Horacek now up for Adam Grenier. Deep into the zone it'll go. Kyle Hughes leaving that for Nathan Young. They'll keep it up the near side. Nico Payon, though, grabbing that, sending it back in. Caught by the glove of Brody Haynes. He will put it down to the right of his goal there, leaving it for Kyle Hughes. And the Elmira Soaring Eagles will look to break it out here. But again, Oswego almost essentially making them dump it in every single time as they dump it in and change once more. Oswego getting it up the near side as well, sending it across there for number 23, Mike Kosas. They send it all the way in. Matt York up the near side for Elmira. They'll get it back into that near corner. And again, Shane Miller back to York. Now up for number 19, Shane Haviland. Up for 14, Bailey Krawcheck. They will dump it in. Gavin McCarthy sending it all the way around. Oswego able to get it long out of their own end. Birch Gorman will pick it up. Looking over his options. In behind the net of Brody Haynes. A long stretch pass all the way over for Shane Haviland. It'll go deep in the zone here. Oswego taking it themselves. Here they come the other way. Quick shot. It goes off the leg there of Matt York. Keeping it in is Drake Semrad. Sending it all the way around. Marco Iozzo grabbing that off the boards. Looking to come off the boards. Quick shot turned away by Brody Haynes. Once again, Birch Gorman grabbing that. Almost hiding behind the net of Brody Haynes. Looking for some outlet. And he finds Lucas Stevenson. He will dump it in. Into the far corner it'll go. And so does Patrick Holland. Below the goal line. Elmira able to get it up to their D. Carter Wisely, who sends it back in. Oswego, though, trying to get it out as well as they can. Coming back in. Quick shot. Save made by Gavin McCarthy.
And that's the first shot of the game for the Elmira Soaring Eagles here. About halfway through this first period, I am so impressed with Oswego's offensive forechecking. It seems like they just completely flipped the switch on last game where they just couldn't establish anything on offense. Ed Gosick really did a good job in the film room with his players coming into today.
Oh, and you got to imagine that the crowd around them, they didn't have nearly as much of a crowd in Geneva last night as they do here in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena, as they are able to get it out of their zone with speed. Cam Lowe trying to get it back into the Oswego end, but it's number 7, Connor Gatto, who sends it back in. Owen Halloran over now for Cam Lowe. Lowe now up for Joel Pavey. And back again. Daniel Calabufo looking to get it out. Good stick action and good skate. A little bit of a holding the stick there from Cam Lowe. No arm will be raised. But Daniel Calabufo, well done by him, even to just use his skate to get it up there. Here comes Joel Pavey the other way. Quick shot right into the glove of Gavin McCarthy.
And that's just a clear missed holding call there. I mean, not much you can do there for Oswego. You just get caught in a tough break there. And now you unfortunately have a defensive zone face-off.
9:34 is what remains in this first period of play. Still no score from the Deb. 5 shots, though, registered already in the first 10 minutes for the Oswego State Lakers as they look to break it out up on the near side here. Getting it up for number 26, Jesse Horacek. Through the middle it'll go. Going in for Adam Grenier. Now down for Michael Ergo. Again, Elmira sending it back in. Ergo, shot! Right there from Adam Grenier, just went wide. Grenier again, sending it over to the near side this time. Travis Baker looking to stop it. He will reverse it all the way back around. Grenier again. Now down for Michael Ergo. Ergo. Grenier. Down for Horacek. Grenier picks it up. Grenier again. Up the boards, it'll go for Baker. Baker all the way across to the D-man. Brian Burke with a shot. It almost found Twine. Just went a little bit wide. Back into the corner it'll go. Picked up this time by Shane Miller. He will send it high and out. Travis Baker, though, will stop it with his glove and send it right back in on goal. Brody Haynes had half a mind to put it right next to him and keep the play going, but he will choose to get a stoppage of play.
And one thing I want to highlight here, not only is the difference in shots, but the difference in quality of these shots. It really seems like every shot that Oswego's taken, as opposed to that last one, which was just a dump in right at the goalie, have really been high percentage scoring chances.
As Elmira looks to break it out, and especially the Oswego State Lakers putting the shots on, but here comes Shane Haviland the other way for Elmira. Hands it over for Birch Gorman. Coming around the circle, sends it right in front, but thankfully Patrick Hahn able to get a stick on it and able to get it out of harm's way. Ryan Burke back into the corner it'll go. Oswego just trying to get it out however they can, but Elmira instead will take it out, courtesy of Shane Haviland. Over here for Birch Gorman. Long across for Stephen McDonald. He will dump it in. Going to chase it is Shane Haviland. Going to the front. Gavin McCarthy, thankfully, able to cover that one up. And boy, oh boy, he came close there.
Yeah, that was almost bad, and that could really change the whole momentum of this game. Thank God he held on there.
Oh, absolutely. As the Lakers still holding on, still goose eggs on either side of the board here. So we get another face-off in the Lakers' end, which are relatively few so far this game anyway. Off the glass it'll go. Kept in by the jump of Carter Wisely. Quick shot goes wide. Wow, what a jump by him at the blue line to keep it in with his glove. Put it right down on his stick, which he is wont to do. My goodness, what a play by him. Oswego getting it out, though. Nico Payon trying to get it through the center here, but Elmira will deny, courtesy of Cam Lowe. Payon going back in for it. Off the boards it'll go. Get back for him. Over on the near side. Payon, quick shot. Save made. A rebound was there, but they just could not get the shot off. As boy, oh boy, the Lakers forced out of the zone. He just handled it over that blue line threshold.
Yeah, and
offsides.
You could see they tried to sneak that one past the line judge right there, but that's his job. He's going to catch that every single time.
7:17 still left to go, and we'll have one of our first neutral zone face-offs here opposite the Oswego State Lakers bench here. One back by the Lakers. Gato back to Baker. Baker lost it. Here they come the other way. Miles Yearwood looking to take it in for the Soaring Eagles. Elmira kicking it in is Owen Halloran. Into the corner. Back up to the top for Kyle Hughes. Sending it right in, but it's intercepted. Here comes Matt McQuaid. McQuaid with Calabufo and Gatto. No shot will come though. Calabufo tried to get his stick on it, but Elmira will get it long out all the way down. And we will have an icing.
And that was a great scoring chance here with Oswego's top line. Pass just went wide. But if you're head coach Ed Gosick, you got to be really happy with just the speed that your team's been playing at here in this first period.
Oh, absolutely. They have been putting the Jets on like nothing else. They've got essentially the most offense that they've been getting in quite a while, especially here at the Deb. We'll have another face-off deep in the Elmira zone, and we've had quite a few of those so far tonight. Going below the goal line. Elmira sending it over the near side. Oh, a big hit there from Owen Halloran. Arms up for a penalty. And McCarthy will come to the bench and try to possess that with his hand. There was Joel Pavey. And we will have a boarding call, it looks like.
And here's our first look at the Lakers' power play here tonight. They were 1 for 3 last night. Again, but really looking at...
And that will be number 17, Owen Halloran, going to the box. 2 minutes for boarding, and boy, oh boy. Like you said here, we're looking to get that first look at the Lakers' power play here.
Yeah, they were 1 for 3 last night. That's how they got one of their 2 goals. Let's see how they do today. They've already been playing a lot faster. Let's see if they could use this momentum and really come up big here on special teams.
Face-off one all the way back down this 200-foot ice, and grabbing that is Jonathan Bala. Bala up now from Burke, who gets it up for Payon. Nico Payon getting it back here, sending it all the way across there for Jesse Horacek. Horacek for Bala. Back to Horacek. Horacek for Payon. Payon trying to get it in, but it's off the foot there. Bailey Krawcheck. And out of the zone they will have to go. Payon will regroup with Grenier. Grenier takes it in. Up for number 11, Jonathan Bala. Quick shot, kicked away by Brody Haynes. It'll go all the way down. And Gavin McCarthy will have to stop that behind his net. 5:45 left to go in this first period. Sending it over to the near side. And about 1 minute and 5 seconds now left to go in this power play for the Oswego State Lakers. Matt McQuaid getting it up for Gatto. Gets it back from Mike Kosas. Into the zone they will come. Bouncing puck towards the middle. Getting it with a stick is Cole Tucker, having to sacrifice to get it out of the zone, but the Lakers will put it back in with speed. Connor Gato, speaking of that speed, will go in to get it with speed. Mike Kosas there on the boards. But the Elmira College Soaring Eagles will get it all the way out back to McCarthy. Travis Baker taking that himself. Having to evade capture from Joel Pavey. Coming back the other way. Passed across, and a big hit laid there by Carter Wisely. And Elmira is starting to get physical here. Travis Baker sending it across there, sending it right in are the Oswego State Lakers. Going down for it, Colin Vassalo. And we will have a whistle here.
And that was a big hit there on Calabofo as he's shaken up down there on the bench, getting some extra attention. Hopefully he's okay down there.
And hopefully the local boy from Camillus, right in the Syracuse area, graduate of West Jenny High School, used to play for the West Jenny Wildcats, the star team of Section 3 hockey. I'm well acquainted with that as the former commentator for the FM Hornets down there. West Jenny Wildcats were always the team to beat, and Daniel Calabufo, his father, still coaching that team after about 20, 30 years. Sending it all the way down. McCarthy. Oh, he tried to get it over to Drake Semrad there, but fortunately Semrad almost losing it there. Colin Vassalo dumping it in instead. Going all the way into the corner for that is Nicholas Miller, as it, I think, went off the ref's skate there momentarily. And coming in to help is Patrick Hollian. Up to the top for Vassalo. A cross for Semrad. Chip shot just went wide. Elmira looking to get it out. Vassalo able to keep it in. Below the goal line he will go. Colin Vassalo. That leaves it for Adam Grenier. Grenier though lost it. Lucas Stevenson will take it for Elmira. Stephen McDonald going across into the corner there. Still fighting for it. Luca Munoz. Grabbing that back on his stick, putting it below the goal line. Grenier getting that, but Elmira. Oh, and a big hit laid here by Michael Ergo. Sending it all the way down, all the way the other way. We are even strength, so that will be an icing.
And that was a really good penalty kill for Elmira. They held the Lakers to just 2 shots, and one of them was just a lazy shot on Hayes. He saw the shot the whole way. There was no screenshots by Oswego, and they just got to do a better job of getting bodies in front of the net on these power plays, generating more scoring chances.
Oh, absolutely. With 3:29 left, still left to go in this first period. Face-off to the right of Brody Haynes. This one won back by the Lakers. Oh, and a big hit laid again there by Stephen McDonald. One of the things that I had heard about this Soaring Eagles team is that they were physical, and a quick shot from the Lakers. Just trying to put one upstairs. Grenier coming around. Sends it below the goal line again. Jesse Horacek will chase. Horacek up for Payon at the top. Walking across that blue line. Oh, he tried to get that to Horacek, but it's intercepted by Elmira. They will send it all the way down the other way. Nico Payon grabbing that. The man from the Canadian side of Niagara Falls sending it in. Haynes sending it all the way around, and unfortunately Ryan Burke blowing a tire there as he went into the corner. Elmira coming the other way. Ryan Reifler sending it around. Into the front, into the center. It'll go to the near boards. And again, Oswego just trying to get it out here. Elmira getting it below the goal line. Travis Baker, unfortunately, on the ice down there. Oswego will try and get it out, and they do. Lugging that one was number 18, Justin Ryan. It'll go all the way around, and Elmira will look to rush it the other way. Here they come. Chance Gorman sending it in. Going to grab that is Patrick Hahn. Lakers coming out, courtesy of Matt McQuaid, the captain. Coming back the other way, though, is Elmira. Sending it across to the center. No shot will come. And Daniel Calabufo back on the ice. Will grab it. Hahn trying to get it off those far boards. McQuaid in to help. Calabufo losing it right in the middle. No shot will come this time, though. Shane Haviland sending it all the way around. Quick shot turned away by Gavin McCarthy. And still below the goal line they go. Miles Yearwood coming out with it. Cycles it back for Shane Haviland. Haviland leaving it for Cam Lowe. Quick shot turned away by McCarthy again. The Lakers get it out, but Elmira will send it right back in. Gavin McCarthy stopping that as the Elmira Soaring Eagles go to get a line change here. Oswego able to break it out. Matt York, though, grabbing that for the Soaring Eagles. And again, Eagles able to get it out with speed. 1 minute left to go. Kenny Maxwell over on the far boards. Lucas Stevenson in to help him out for Elmira, and a quick shot gets redirected up into the netting with 52 seconds left to go in the first.
And it took about 18 minutes, but now we're finally starting to see that Elmira Soaring Eagles offense wake up. This team's ranked number 10 heading into today, and now they're starting to kind of play like it. And now, don't look now, but they've caught up in shots, registering 3 in the last 2 minutes.
Elmira now up to 5 shots total, but still not eclipsing the 9 that the Lakers have put on in this first period so far. Face-off to the left of Gavin McCarthy. One back by the Lakers. They will try to get it off of those boards. Losing his stick there, I believe that was Jonathan Bala. Bala will go back below the goal line. Semrad will try to get it to him. Elmira, though, able to get it back in their midst. Up for Matt York. Sending it back below the goal line. Right across in front. Lakers just trying to get their sticks on it. But once again, Colin Vassilo going below the goal line. Vassilo up the far side. Here they come. Over the blue line. Quick shot. Oh, that almost found Twine and hit the outside of the net. That one beat Brody Haynes, but it did not beat the goal itself. Chance Gorman coming back the other way. One last rush possibly for Elmira. Backhand save made by Gavin McCarthy. And we will have a whistle blown by the linesman here as he will converse with the ref over here.
And these are just some amazing scoring chances that Elmira has been able to generate in the closing 2 minutes here. It really seems like the script is flipped, and now Elmira's the team playing with all the speed.
Oh, and I believe the man may be going to the box for the Oswego State Lakers. I saw that they were motioning around possible too many men on the ice, as I believe that's number 23, Mike Kosis, in the box with 6.2 seconds left to go in this first period. So yeah, that'll be a bench minor for the Oswego State Lakers for too many men on the ice, and that one pointed out to the referee, I believe, by one of the linesmen. Blocking that shot. Here comes Gato. 2 seconds left. And that'll do it for this first period of play here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. The score after the first period of play, the first 20 minutes, 0 for the Oswego State Lakers, 0 for the Elmira Soaring Eagles. And boy, oh boy, what a period that was here.
Yeah, very entertaining period, but coming into the second, Elmira's going to have 1 minute and 54 seconds left on their power play. I'm really interested to see how their power play unit does today. Last year, they had a 31% conversion rate. That is astonishing. Most teams try and aim for 20 to 25. Elmira had 31%. But granted, they have 12 new freshmen this year after seeing 5 players ink pro contracts. So let's see how this completely different power play does in the second half, second period.
Oh, absolutely. 2 very young teams in front of us, still even at nothing and nothing here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen, because just after the break, we'll have our intermission report from the perch. We'll be back right here on WTOP 10 Sports.
Would you like to try snacks from faraway lands? Or snacks with bizarre flavors? How about snacks in new ways? Or snacks you've never tried before? You don't have to go far to find these snacks. They can all be found here at Snacks on West 1st Street.
Yeah, we're walking around campus, and what do we see? All these clubs are looking.
They're looking for me.
There's hockey.
There's improv.
So much to see. So let's go try them out and see how they be. Come on and please watch.
Our embarrassments free.
Tune in to Amateurs on WTOP.
Happy Friday, Lakers, and another beautiful day here in Oswego, New York. I'm DJ Don Perone, and I'm happy that you're starting your weekend off right listening to WNYO 88.9 FM, the Laker Radio Network.
I said, darling, can you see? There's no room for us. There's no room. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I've always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I've always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
And welcome back on into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. In case you forgot, I'm Mike Neckers. We've got next to me Lucas McGarry and Madeline Cummings. And we had a great first period of action down on the ice, but no goals to show for it. Now, Lucas, tell me a little bit about this offensive matchup for the Lakers and the Screaming Eagles. Soaring Eagles, sorry.
Screaming Eagles, Soaring Eagles, more or less the same. But yeah, for Oswego, they put on a lot of shots compared to Elmira, who really didn't put up a lot. However, Brady Jones, the goalie for Elmira, having an absolute game. 10 saves already for him, not letting anything else get by him, and I'm really excited to see what the Lakers do. However, they do have a 2-minute penalty coming into the second period with a huge miscommunication with like 5 seconds left to go. It's just a very costly error and something that can be completely fixed if you just solve something.
Absolutely, Lucas, and that was something that we saw in the preseason as well. The Lakers having trouble communicating on the ice, and you'd think you'd have to track that back to such a young team, so many new guys building that chemistry. Madeline, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this hasn't been the strongest game for either team so far. I don't think there's a whole lot going out on the ice. Honestly, I was having a better time watching the Little Lakers. They just left the ice, but they were having a great game. And, I just think we need more from both teams, more communication, more energy. They don't really seem to want it.
And I will say this, there has still been quite a bit of physicality out on the ice. Of course, this is a hockey game, It's not a dance class, it's a hockey game on the ice. So physicality always comes with that. But it's been a pretty physical game. We've seen 3 penalties so far.
Yeah, I mean, not that I want to say it's sloppy, but like you said, it's not dancing, it's hockey. So I think for both these teams, be getting physical early on, but also not scoring goals, I think you need to switch up your priorities because, yes, you want to establish dominance and make sure that the other team knows, hey, we're bigger, we're stronger than you, we're going to rough you up. But also, if you're dealing with that and not dealing with scoring goals, you're going to lose. You need to score goals. That's how you win. And if you're only focused on causing penalties and causing mayhem, you're not going to get anywhere.
Especially on those power plays, both teams have had power plays and have had the opportunity to take advantage of that, and they just haven't been. And so if they're not going to do that, it's not going to be a good game. They're not going to play well. They're not going to score any goals.
And Connor mentioned up in the booth earlier that last season Elmira was 31% in scoring on power plays. That is extremely high for a hockey team. Most teams aim for 20 to 25. So really impressive to see that last season, but so far today we have not seen that. Of course, only 1 power play attempt for each team, but if they're scoring on almost a third of their power plays, you'd expect them to at least put more shots on the net.
Yeah, I mean, McCarthy, for Oswego, he's been playing great. He hasn't allowed anything in either. He's got 6 saves himself. I really think this so far, this is a goalie battle. Both teams, they put shots up on goal, but we got 2 walls in the goal right now. Not much you can do about that. And I really think overall just needs to be a different game plan for both of these teams, definitely on offense.
And I mean, we focused a lot on the Oswego Lakers 18 first-year students, but let's take a look at all of the Elmira freshmen. I just counted, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I just got 12 freshmen, excuse me. And I think that maybe these stats are different because, again, just like the Lakers, there's huge turnover. They had a lot of graduates and a lot of new players out on the ice.
Absolutely, 2 young and sloppy teams with a really good chance to improve as the season goes on. What do you think they need to do in order to get that improvement rolling?
You just got to clean everything up. Obviously, there's a clear inexperience level out on the ice very occasionally, but there's still a little bit of inexperience from a lot of these younger players that haven't gotten as much playing time as their veterans have. So when we have more freshmen on the ice than the experienced players, you're going to have some mistakes, you're going to have slip-ups, and that's why we haven't seen any goals, because there hasn't been that really good connection for either team.
And we saw it a little bit yesterday with the women's team. They had a very solid game last night, coming away with a 2-1 win, and they had a lot of moments where they were able to move the puck around the ice really well. They returned almost their entire team from last season, so that chemistry is already there, and the Lakers will look to build that up as we continue the season on. But I want to move over now to this goalie battle that we've seen, because you mentioned it, Lucas. McCarthy in goal for the Lakers and Haynes in goal for the Soaring Eagles, and just 2 really fantastic goalies. And let's talk about that play from McCarthy right at the end of the first period, like a triple save there to keep the Lakers at 0-0.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get more clutch than that. You really, really don't want to go down 1-0, and especially in the last minute of the game. So I think for McCarthy to pull that out and was able to really just solidify and knock down every single one of those shots, really, really impressive for him, and a huge momentum booster despite being in a power or in a penalty when they come back from break. I think it's huge that McCarthy got all those saves, because that goes into the mental mind of Elmira saying, how are we going to score on this guy?
I agree. I think both of these goalies, especially McCarthy, are just such brick walls out there. They're not letting anything past.
And in all my time calling Oswego men's hockey games, one thing I've learned is that momentum is absolutely huge in this sport, guys. Neither team really seems to have any right now, both struggling to score. Which team do you think is going to come out and find that momentum going into the second?
I mean, it's got to be Elmira. They're coming out of with a penalty. They have basically a full 2 minutes of 4-on-5 right off the bat to start the period. I'm really curious to see what that game plan is, because now head coach of Elmira has a full 10-15 minutes to make up a plan for this power play. So I'm really curious to see what he does with that.
I agree. I think it's going to be Elmira. We've been talking a lot about the momentum from the last games, but let's look at the last time that these teams were matched up on the ice. The past 2 times, Elmira took home the lead, and I don't think it's the same type of momentum, but I think there's a little something there.
Absolutely, and the Lakers will have their hands full coming into this second period with only 4 defenders on the ice. Of course, Elmira with 5, so a really good chance for them to walk away with a goal. And guys, I want to talk about Mary's minute, that first minute of the first period.
So awesome.
Because it was loud in here. It was so loud.
It was electric. I was walking around on the concourse, and I was just overwhelmed. I've never been at a Teal game before. This is my first Teal game, and the feeling was just so overwhelming and wonderful.
Yeah, this is my first Teal game. I didn't even know that Mary's Minute was a thing. I think it's so cool that for the first entire minute, and there were a couple time stoppages too, so it was more than a minute. But you and I were sitting right down here, and we were cheering the whole time. Everyone in this arena is on their feet cheering for the first minute of every period. I think it's great.
And I knew it was coming. We talked about it in the pregame show, but it still just caught me so off guard. I was walking around just in shock.
And it's so cool to see that sense of community across SUNY Oswego, across the city of Oswego, and with Coach Gosick and all the fans here in Oswego. And that's going to do it for us, but we are going to send it now over to Rob and Connor in the press box, who've got a little something they want to talk to you about before they go to break.
Welcome into the Steve Levy press box here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena for our intermission report. And boy, oh boy, Connor, what a first period that was. Still no score, but quite an interesting period, especially physically as well.
Yeah, despite all the offensive action, we're still tied 0-0. Kind of looked like the ice was tilted for the first 18 minutes in favor of the Lakers. But then in the last 2 minutes here, we've seen Elmira kind of wake up, and now they have the opportunity to take advantage of some sloppy Oswego play, and they got 1 minute and 54 seconds on a penalty here. Let's see what they could do.
Oh, especially because, and talking about that penalty, they were actually pretty good down in Hobart last night with their penalty kill. Especially going from the second period to the third period. I believe they were about 3 for 3 in terms of penalty killing. Unfortunately, they did give up a power play goal towards the beginning of the game, but then they got better. Thankfully, they've got only one penalty kill so far. They've only done about, 6 seconds of it so far. But thankfully, if last night is anything to go by, and the last couple periods of last night anything to go by, they should be all right in terms of this penalty kill. They were able to kill it off with relative ease, with fair strength, get it out of their own end. They didn't really let Hobart spend a lot of time in their end. They sent it out multiple times. Damon Beaver, who was the goaltender for Hobart last night, had to go behind his net a whole ton to stop it, let his team get it after they sent it out. But thankfully, the Lakers, it looks like, they're transferring some of the strengths of those last couple periods into this first period of this next game here. So what do you think that the Lakers should be doing in this next coming period to sort of up the ante a little bit? They've got the offense. They've got the sort of strength. How do they make that next step up?
Well, I think it's just they gotta stay calm, not get too frustrated, okay? I mean, a lot of teams after getting 9 shots on goal with some of the scoring chances that they got in that opening period can get a little frustrated, get a little upset on the offensive end. You just gotta stay calm, keep going about your business, take everything one shift at a time. The game's in front of you. And this is a great spot to be against the team that's ranked number 10 coming into the season. This is a great spot for the Lakers to be, and I think Ed Gosick is going to give them that same exact message in the locker room.
Oh, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a whole bunch of hockey still left to be played here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. We'll go to break, but don't worry. We'll be back for second period of action here on WTOP 10 Sports.
With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
Welcome back, hockey fans, to WTOP 10 Sports. My name is Rob Finger, alongside my color commentator, Connor. My goodness. This second period, do you think that we're going to see our first goal of this game in this second period here?
100%, Rob. I mean, just looking at the way both teams played offensively, I mean, granted, Elmira started the game off a little slow, but it's still a 0-0 game, and both teams kind of figured it out as the period progressed. I totally think we're going to see our first goal here, and who knows, maybe it happens on this power play.
Well, with about 30 seconds left, both teams have entered the ice here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena, and we will see much more action here. Both goalies getting ready in their creases on either side as we get set for the second period of action here at the Deb on the shores of Lake Ontario. And we will change sides, as is the long-standing tradition of the game of hockey. But unfortunately, the Oswego State Lakers starting with a man in the box. That man is Mike Kosis, but it is no fault of his own. It is a bench minor. We will get started with the Lakers on the penalty kill. Face off. One back by Elmira, but it'll go deep into their own end. Going to chase it is Birch Gorman. Gorman behind the net of Brody Haynes. Sends it across there for his brother Chance. Stealing it away, though, are the Lakers, courtesy of Daniel Calabufo. And finishing his check there, at least trying to finish his check, was Cole Tucker on Calabufo as he came over to the bench here. A little bit late, in my opinion, on Cole Tucker, but nonetheless, no call, no foul. And Elmira will send it in. Going to grab it. Justin Ryan trying to get it out for the Lakers. Ryan Riefler in to put some pressure on, and on this power play, Elmira just looking to control. Over there for Birch Gorman. Over to his brother Chance. Back to Birch. Birch with a shot. Blocked away by, I believe that was Patrick Holland. And all the way down it will go. Brody Haynes will stop that for Tyler Schwett. Or should I say Birch Gorman over there. Birch now up for number 14, Bailey Krawcheck. Sending it into the zone. I don't believe that was an intended icing there. He tried to pass it to the man in the middle, but that will be an icing on Elmira.
And that's just unfortunate for Elmira, because now with only 43 seconds left, you've got a face-off in your own defensive zone.
18:49 still left to go in this second period of play. No score as of yet, but the Lakers, even shorthanded, have an offensive zone face-off here, but Elmira will grab that and make quick work of it. Birch Gorman taking it himself. Bailey Krawcheck will dump it in. Going to grab that. Jesse Horacek getting it to Josh Simpson, and Horacek gets pinned against the boards there. But thankfully, he and Simpson are able to get it out. He will go to change. Daniel Calabufo will come on, as well as Connor Gatto. Elmira over on the near side. Bailey Krawcheck getting that over for Joel Pobby. Sending it around. A quick shot. Turned away by Gavin McCarthy. Again, going into the corner at will. Lakers return to full strength here as Elmira still win a quick shot to the center. Save made, Gavin McCarthy. He will cover.
And that was a great penalty kill by the Lakers there. Coming into this game, Elmira's 1 for 3 now on their power plays this season at 33%. Interesting to see how the Lakers continue to move around with this momentum here. Now we're tied at 9 shots apiece. Over the past 5 minutes, Elmira's looked like the better team, the quicker team. Let's see how the Lakers respond here.
17:58 still left to go in this second period of play as we get things started in earnest, but Elmira letting that out of the zone. Cam Lowe, unfortunately, not able to corral it. Brennan Boyce sending it right in for the Soaring Eagles. Nico Payon off the boards, it'll go. Over across here to Mike Kosis. Right on in. Shot just wide. That nearly found Twine if it was just about a foot left and a foot more downward. But unfortunately, that will go out of play for our first souvenir of the game.
And there's that speed that kind of disappeared for the Lakers there towards the end of that first period. Great to see that they still have that and that they could still break out here in the neutral zone and use that to their advantage. Now they're rewarded, of course, with an offensive zone faceoff.
17:38 left to go in this second period. One back by the Lakers off that faceoff. Nico Payon with a quick shot. It went off the top of the goal. Coming back around, Vassalo. Right on in and close. Oh, and another shot will go over the net. Vassalo with it below the goal line. Coming around to grab it, I believe that is Justin Ryan, but he is pinned by Owen Halloran. Elmira fighting for it with the Lakers. The Lakers just trying to get it done. A lot of physical activity in that corner. Trying to poke at it is Birch Gorman. He will come out with it. Gorman now up towards Joel Pavi, but unfortunately it goes out. Colin Vassalo sending it across now for Luca Munoz. Getting it into the zone is Nicholas Miller. He will go and change. Elmira with it below their own goal line. Kyle Hughes, man from Dexter, New York, sending it over to the far side for Chase Gorman. As Let's Go Lakers chant gets started here at the Dab. Sending it across. Lakers looking to break it out here. And going for that is Michael Ergo. Drake Senrad tried to keep that in the zone, I believe, with his skate, but unfortunately got kicked into the Elmira bench.
And with this being not only the home opener, but also the teal game for the Lakers here, the Deb is packed, and this crowd seeing all of these close scoring chances for their Lakers, you're going to have to hold on to the roof when they finally put one in the back of the net here. This building is going to explode.
Face-off won by the Lakers, and trying to slap shot that one in was Drake Semrad, the man from Wisconsin. As Elmira coming up the near side, they will dump it in. Jesse Horacek going for that. Trying to get it over to Drake Semrad on the far side, but Elmira will steal. Back up to the D. D to D, point to point. Which dump in below the goal line, it'll go. Back again for Chance Gorman. Quick shot! It goes over the net and touches the glass and will go it around. Below the goal line again. Looking to grab that, Nathan Young. Taking it around again. Chance Gorman. Quick shot there. Popped up and below the goal line it'll go. Semrad. Now up for Michael Ergo. Ergo gets to the red line, chooses to dump right into the glove of Brody Haynes. He dropped that for a second, but then reconsidered his decision. We will have a face-off deep in the Elmira Soaring Eagles zone.
Yeah, and that was almost really dangerous. Great job there, though, by Hayes to regroup, jump on that puck, and now give his defense an opportunity to regroup and hopefully clear this puck and start that offensive swing up the ice.
And we must pay attention to the shots as well. It is nearly even. 11 for the Lakers, 10 for the Elmira Soaring Eagles, and a quick shot there. I believe that was Travis Baker, as the Lakers able to keep it in. Connor Gato going over there for it. Gato gets it in the corner. Trying to do something with it. Comes in around, but unfortunately blows a tire. Carter Wisely able to get it high and out and off the scoreboard. It will go here at the Dab.
And what an electric second period we've seen so far. Both teams generating good pressure, getting scoring chances. And this crowd is pumped up. I mean, you can hear them. They are just anxiously waiting for the scoring to open up here tonight.
And the student section on the opposite side here cheering for Gavin McCarthy, taking his helmet off and getting a little bit of refreshment back there as he's had to do some work over on the other end. The Lakers trying to keep it in, but here comes Elmira the other way. Stephen McDonald. McCarthy will have to do some work, but that's not if Travis Baker has anything to say about it. He gets a stick on it, and he will go the other way. Simpson will grab it, handing it up to Ryan Burke. And it sounds like that we've got Michael Shetler here with something down at ice level. Mike Shetler, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. What a suspenseful matchup so far with 14:30 left in the second. You can tell that both teams can taste their first goal, tied up at 6 shots apiece. And when there's no score this late in the game, the first team to break the ice could ride that momentum all the way to a victory. Rob, Connor, back to you.
Thank you, Mike, as we get it deep into the Lakers' end here in Elmira, looking to make that first mark on the board here, but the Lakers looking to get it out here. They do. Marco Iozzo this time. Over the blue line they go, dumping it in. Going to chase after that is Mike Kosas. Going all the way across. Now for Jonathan Bala. Across, quick shot, gloved up by Brody Haynes. And a bit of extracurricular activity here. But thankfully, no punches thrown as of yet.
Yeah, and I mean, in close games like this, when both teams are kind of neck and neck, I mean, sometimes a little pushing and shoving after the whistle happens, but Great job here by no player to put their team at a disadvantage and risk getting a penalty here in such a close game.
13:57 still left to go in this second period. No score. Face up to the right of Brody Haynes. This one back by the Lakers as they get it back across there. Another quick shot. Gloved up again, as seems to be the routine for a couple times here so far this game. Gloving it up is Brody Haynes.
I'm really impressed with these last two shots for the Lakers. They're doing a good job of getting bodies in front of the net and not making these shots easy for Hayes. They're trying to screen him a little bit, and I think that's smart.
And one thing that I'm a big proponent of in the game of hockey, making the goalie move, and some of those passes across will certainly do that. As Elmira able to get it out, but Nico Payon able to grab that, sending it all the way around. The Lakers will get it all the way around. Payon putting it in. Semrad getting it up to the top there for, looked like Michael Ergo. They'll get it below the goal line. Ergo looking to recover it in that near corner. Elmira, though, looking to get it up the boards. Owen Halloran, Semrad stopping, hands it over to Howian. Patrick Howian down for Ergo. Board battle below the goal line. Lakers will try to come out with it, but still pinning him on the boards there is Owen Halloran. Halloran still in there and getting that. Birch Gorman sending it all the way around. Drake Semrad, though, stopping it. It'll bounce off of Soaring Eagle and over to the near side. They will go, getting it over to the far boards now from below the goal line. Grabbing that, the Lakers up to the top for Horacek. Quick shot gets redirected back to him. He'll pass it towards the center, and it goes behind the net. Getting it back to Gato. Connor Gatto, unfortunately not getting much of a shot off as it goes out of the zone. Drake Semrad getting that. Semrad all the way across. Off of a stick there, and it will go up into the bleachers. Thankfully, no harm, no foul for the fans here in Oswego.
And oh my goodness, what a second period we have here. Just look at the shots on goal, 12-11 in favor of the Lakers. This is such a tightly contested game, and in my opinion, what this is really showing is that these Oswego Lakers deserve to be ranked.
Oh, absolutely. They were snubbed because of a rank, because of just how new they were, but their performance against Hobart last night, and then certainly so far against Elmira, may be deserving of a rank like they earned last year as well. So they're fighting for it right in front of their own goal. But it gets back for Connor Gatto. Here he comes over the blue line into the zone. Connor Gatto looking over something to do with it, sends it right to the middle. Possible rebound shot, but nobody was there to put home the rebound. Over to the side for Josh Simpson. Simpson looking over his options. Gets it over to the far side, but it goes past his man. And Elmira will grab that and send it right back to him. Now across to the near side for Daniel Calabufo. He will dump and go for a change. Shane Miller behind the Elmira net. A little bit of pressure there from Justin Ryan as they send it over to the near side for Bailey Krawcheck. Into the zone he'll come. He will dump it and chase it, but unfortunately had a tough time trying to get around Jonathan Balla there. But they will get it below the goal line. Oswego trying to corral it in their own end. Still on the boards, and the Lakers will come out with it. Here comes Oswego. Ryan Burke into the zone. Unfortunately, relinquishing it to Shane Haviland. Elmira will try to get it out of their own end. Stopping that momentarily was Mike Kosis, and a little tip there could have been dangerous for the Lakers, and trying to get that first goal on, but it'll go all the way down after that for an icing.
And yet again, there's another close shot for these Lakers here. I mean, every single time they get close to that, you can just hear the anticipation in this packed house here at the Deb. They're doing a great job here on these scoring chances, and I think pretty soon they're going to break through here, Rob.
You never can tell with 10:47 still left to go in this second period, about halfway through regulation time here from the Deb. As we get another face-off deep in the Elmira end, this time to the right of Brody Haynes, the man from York, down in PA. Winning that back of the Lakers. Sending it in is Jonathan Balla. Below the goal line it'll go. As, getting laid out there. It was Cam Lowe. Nonetheless, his Elmira team is able to get it out. Nico Payon, though, intercepting that. Handing it off to Nicholas Miller, who will dump it in. Carter Wisely sending it all the way around. Lucas Stevenson trying to take it now as Elmira looking to get it up the near side. Trying to stop that was Jonathan Bala. And Colin Vassalo in to help. Going below the goal line it will. Carter Wisely all the way across there for Cole Tucker. Picking it up now is Lucas Stevenson. Dumping it into the zone. Gavin McCarthy putting it back for the Lakers. They will get it long all the way out, and they will wave off the icing here. As taking it now is Birch Gorman. Sending it below the goal line. Gavin McCarthy leaving that for Drake Semrad right in front of him. A little bit of a dangerous decision there by McCarthy. Lakers looking to get it out here, and they do. Here they come. Michael Ergo getting it across. A quick shot there. I think that one rung the outside of the iron, not quite on the inside. Elmira setting it back up. D to D, the Lakers will go. Quick shot, save made, but that one almost went through. Ergo on the far side. Getting it below the goal line there from Adam Grenier. Around. Quick shot, save made on Jesse Horacek's shot. Semrad, Horacek. Below the goal line it'll go. Horacek trying to grab that. Jesse Horacek up for Howian. Sent across for Semrad. He will go below the goal line. Grenier will let that go. Gatto now fresh off the bench. Looking to grab that. Patrick Howian still looking for it below the goal line. Elmira grabbing that, sending it all the way out. Josh Simpson will grab that on his stick, and a quick turnaround for Matt McQuaid. Here he comes into the zone. Stop and sending it right in front for Daniel Calabufo. Unfortunately, he was otherwise inclined with Kyle Hughes there. Elmira, a little bit of a trip there for Owen Halloran. He blows himself a tire. And another big hit now for him as Elmira will enter the zone. Daniel Calabufo sending it, trying to get it up the boards, but Elmira will put it back below the goal line. Elmira around with it. Halloran up for Hughes. Sent below the goal line, it'll go to the far side. Gatto off the glass, it'll go. Running for it is number 12, Matt McQuaid. He beat out the icing, but he could not grab the puck. Here comes Elmira the other way. Chance Gorman through the middle. Over for Pobby. Sent across, and here they come the other way. Justin Ryan, big opportunity. Leaves it, shot, oh, just wide. Getting it batted with his hand there was number 11, Jonathan Bala. And Shane Miller handing it over to the near side and forwards that up to Nathan Young for Elmira, but it's intercepted by the Oswego Lakers. They will put it back the other way. Gorman again. Sending it high and out is number 2, Cam Lowe, but the Lakers will try and keep it in that neutral zone, but here comes Elmira the other way. Going to chase it, Chance Gorman. Send it back, quick shot. It's blocked off a defender. Carter Wisely. Now across for Chance Gorman. Quick shot off the leg there of number 23, number 23, I should say, Mike Kosas. Getting that across. Riefler. Sent in, shot, save, made by the breadbasket of Gavin McCarthy. Is a bit of disagreement going on here on the ice for the Lakers.
And one thing I just want to point out is how both of these goalies, despite being backups, have really been playing as advertised. Brody Hayes entered today's game. Last season, he had a .943 save percentage. And McCarthy, as mentioned before, led the OJHL. He was top 3 in save percentage. These guys have been playing as advertised, and really shows you that at the collegiate level, just because you're a backup goalie, these guys have been playing their hearts out.
Gavin McCarthy as well. You mentioned he played for the Oakville Blades. Well, look no further than his goalie mask. He still sports the goalie mask that he wore with the Oakville Blades in the Ontario Junior Hockey League. Not quite the OHL, but just the one below it. As the Lakers looking to get it out. Here's they get it over to Drake Semrad on the far side. Lakers still with possession of it, getting it back to Patrick Holland. But back over to the near side. Holland again trying to play with it. Right in front of the Lakers bench. Elmira will get it back. Birch Gorman getting it there. Colin Vassalo trying to create a little chaos in the offensive zone on a forecheck. And he and the Lakers doing a good bit of forechecking here that could draw some offense. Oh, but they're not able to corral it and get a shot off. Shane Haviland Oh, he waited a little bit too long. Luka Munoz is on that. And trying to keep it in there was number 16, Josh Simpson. Here comes the Soaring Eagles, though, as they get it out of the zone here. Here comes Jesse Horacek. Horacek gets it back. Quick shot off the backhand. Just went wide. Michael Ergo again along the boards. Getting it back. Into the far corner it'll go. Michael Ergo trying to get that to Josh Simpson, but unfortunately does not go. Travis Baker having to send it back into the zone. Brody Haynes did that to Shane Miller. Miller across to Cole Tucker. But again, fighting for it on that far side. Still trying to come out with it on the Lakers, but instead coming out with it is Lucas Stevenson. But stealing it away instead is Matt McQuaid. McQuaid coming back in, looking over his options, sends it across, but Gatto just could not catch it. We've got an arm up, and that will be hooking on the Elmira Soaring Eagles, I believe.
And here come the Oswego Lakers, set for their second power play of the game. I'm looking for them to have a much better power play than they did in the first period. I mean, only registering 2 shots, and they didn't get their second power play unit on the ice until about 10 seconds left on that power play. Look for Ed Gosick to be a little faster with these power play unit changes here. After the first power play unit didn't really do that much last time.
Shane Miller, number 20, the native of Successuna in New Jersey, going to the box. 2 minutes for hooking here as the Lakers will stop that behind their net. They will get it over to the far side and break it out. Here comes Daniel Calabufo with Matt McQuaid to his left, but Elmira will grab that and send it quickly down the other end. Gavin McCarthy grabbing out. Unfortunately, man on his tail. Number 14, Bailey Krawcheck was going for that with speed. It'll go all the way back into the Lakers' end. As here come the Lakers once more. Up to the near side they go. Matt McQuaid. Long across for Mike Kosis. Kosis, quick shot, goes wide off the side. And I don't think that Brody Haynes quite had that one covered up, but nonetheless, he will cover it for a stoppage of play.
And here comes that second unit, as mentioned before, coming in now with 1:13 left on the power play. Let's see what they can do with a little more time to work here.
Once again, the second power play on here for offensive zone faceoff to the left of Brody Haynes. This one to the side. Elmira will grab it and send it all the way out quickly, but the first man on the case there is Nathan Young of Elmira. Just trying to buy some time for the Soaring Eagles, but unfortunately he gets pinned by Nico Payon and a little bit tangled up there. As here they come the other way. Brock taking that. Adam Grenier, the man from Coquitlam in British Columbia. Yeah, Oswego Lakers, Nico Payon now to the top for Bala. Back across, coming around. But he lost that. And that was Jesse Horacek, unfortunately losing at the blue line. Horacek will get it back, sending it right in off the stick of Brody Haynes. Just about 30 seconds left to go in that penalty kill for the Elmira Soaring Eagles. Nico Payon now across. But missing that was Adam Grenier. Grenier, Payon. Payon to Grenier. Sent it across, and a big shot there. Just whiffed on it was Jonathan Bala. 8 seconds left in the power play for the Lakers. But unfortunately, it does not look like this one will be capitalized on, as Nico Payon with number 17, Owen Halloran, all over him in the Lakers' end. And Elmira will grab it again and send it all the way around. Connor Gatto sent across. Here come the Lakers. Matt McQuaid right on in, but no shot will come. Some red shot save made by the leather of Brody Haynes. And we will get another stoppage of play with 2:42 left to go in the second period of action.
And one of the more interesting things that we've seen as this game has gone on is that the Lakers look a lot better offensively 5-on-5 as opposed to having a man advantage. I mean, they've had 2 power plays, and it really, looking at the difference in shots on goal, they really haven't been able to do anything.
Well, with 2:42 left in this second period of play, we are still no score from the Dab, but Elmira looks to be grabbing a little bit of the momentum here as they send it all the way down, but that will be, controversially a little bit, an icing call as bit of a collision there with number 26, Nathan Young, pinning one of the Lakers to the boards over there.
Yeah, and there was some chirping after that play, and if you want my opinion, that hit was a little late, but time just enough to not get a warning from an official.
Well, you would have thought maybe he would peel off and stop himself on the boards the other way, but sometimes you do get a little bit tangled up on this ice here. 2:35 left to go. Face off one to the side. Drake Semrad will take that quickly off the draw. Into the corner it'll go. Semrad fighting for it. And trying to get it around are the Lakers. Here they come the other way. Up to the top. Gatto. Shot wide up into the netting.
And here we continue to see this 5-on-5 offensive zone pressure from the Lakers. I mean, if I'm Ed Gosick, I'm kind of hoping that we don't go on the power play here just because of how much better we're playing than Elmira 5-on-5.
The 5-on-5 does seem to be going the Lakers' way, as Elmira, unfortunately, were more than good. They were excellent on that penalty kill just now, but still 5-on-5 does go to the Lakers, and the shots only slightly as well. 17 for the Lakers, 14 for the Elmira Soaring Eagles, as again goes right across the crease, but here comes Elmira the other way. Shane Haviland, a cross shot just wide on the net. Here they come the other way. The Lakers coming across. Vassilo left that for Burke, but unfortunately, for the Lakers at least, Elmira will get it out. Off the skate there of Bailey Krawcheck. I believe Travis Baker trying to get that one long and out. That'll be deflected. No icing called. Colin Vassilo going in to get it, and so does Josh Simpson into the far corner. Simpson with it there. Puck is loose, but both Lakers were tied up there. A quick shot from Matt McQuaid, unfortunately, does not go very far. Here comes Elmira. Quick shot, and gloving that one up. Off of having to reach across for it is Gavin McCarthy.
Great save there by McCarthy on the deflection. I mean, that from a non-dangerous position on the ice after that deflection, that was a dangerous shot. Could have opened the scoring here for Elmira.
1:23 left to go in this second period of play. Still no score from the Dab. As we send it all the way around. Oswego Lakers getting it out quickly. Here comes Connor Gato. Right at across, but it's denied by the stick of Shane Miller. Here comes Elmira the other way. Off the boards and into the zone. Running forward is Kenny Maxwell. Get in that. Jonathan Balla. Back behind the net of Gavin McCarthy. Up the far boards it'll go. Oswego across there from Grenier. Ooh, he tried to bat that out of the air. Be careful, my friend. You do not want a high sticking. Kept in, though, by the Lakers. Grenier shot just wide. Josh Simpson will go to grab it. Oh, almost a little bit of miscommunication there. And finally keeping it in is Jesse Horacek after he and Michael Ergo had to discuss who would keep it in. Travis Baker with a shot. It goes wide. Going to grab that. Adam Grenier. Grenier stopping for Baker. Quick shot. Oh, redirected just wide of the net. Simpson with it there. Sent it across for Baker. Baker shot directed wide. Josh Simpson up for Ergo. Quick shot. 4 seconds left in the period. Baker's shot goes across. And that'll do it for the first 40 minutes of play here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. The score after 2 periods of play, none for the Oswego State Lakers and none for the Elmira Soaring Eagles. Boy, oh boy. Still here at 0-0. The shots on goal on the board, 17 for the Oswego State Lakers, 14 for the Elmira Soaring Eagles. And again, we are still scoreless here from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena, as we will look to send it down to Mike Shetler down at ice level. I believe he's got Connor Gatto over there down in the player tunnel here as we get set for Tully's Chuck-a-Puck right here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. We'll go down to Shetler at ice level. What do you have for us with Connor Gatto?
Thanks, guys. I am here on the ice with Connor Gato. And Gato, a stalemate here at the end of the second period. What's the thought process in that locker room heading into the third to get the job done here tonight?
Yeah, we just want to keep everything simple, kind of play how we've been playing the whole game, but we got to ramp it up a little bit in the third.
Absolutely, and obviously a great day here at Teal Night. What's it mean to be playing in the honor of late Mary Gosick?
Yeah, this is always a special night. We always want to win this game for Eddie, and we know it means a lot to him and the whole community, so we really want to get this win here.
Absolutely, best of luck. Take it easy. Guys, back to you.
Great insight there from Connor Gatto, and especially a special night here from Teal Night. And boy, oh boy, what a second period it was, but we are still scoreless here, Connor.
Yeah, despite 3 power plays so far in the game, we're still completely scoreless and pretty much even on shots. These teams seem a lot more evenly matched than preseason rankings would have them at, and I just can't wait to see this third period. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we still have all that to come, and still the first goal to come here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. Don't go away. We'll be back, and we'll be here with our intermission report from the perch. Keep it here on WTOP 10 Sports.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena. We've gone through 2 periods of hockey now and still no goals to show for either teams. And guys, things are starting to get chippy out there.
Yeah, it's pretty much just been all physical play. I haven't seen really that much offensive production. Both sides are just a little sloppy, and they really seem like they're more focused on getting at each other than putting the puck into the back of the net. And I'm a little confused because, like we just said, score 0-0. Someone's got to score something and win this game, or else it's going to be a really, really boring third period. So I think for both these teams, once again, like I said last time, turn it around. Make offensive production. You need to do something with the offense.
Yeah, and I think there was definitely a shift in the physicality and just the vibe out on the ice from the first to the second periods, but still no goals. They're not directing their energy to the right places.
Absolutely, guys, and I want to dive into the goalie conversation, but before we do that, we're going to go over to Michael Shetler, who is with an Oswego class of '89 alum who was on the men's hockey team here. Stu Gold. Shetler, take it away, man.
What's going on, guys? We are here with Stu Gold, Anthony Zaleski's personal goalie coach, and a former Oswego State Laker playing in 1985 and 86. Now, Stu, how's it feel to be back in the Deb, and how's it feel to have a part of this team?
Love it. Been really good friends with way back with our head coach Ed Gosick.
try to help them out, recruit some players for them, and it's wonderful to come back here. We didn't have all this. You guys, we had Steve Levy, and we had the old building and everything. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely, without a doubt. And, you know, this Lakers team, we have a young roster, a lot of new guys, a lot of studs here. What does that attest to a team to have a really young roster and be able to mesh this quickly and get rolling here early on in the season?
It's all about recruiting, number one. Coach Ed and his staff and Whitey and everybody that we have out scouting it's so important. We got 18 phenomenal players, and this team's going to come around a lot quicker than you guys think. And it's because we got 18 new freshmen. Unbelievable, and you guys have seen how well they've been doing. It's all about recruiting and getting the right people and making them believe in the Oswego Great Lakers.
Oswego Great Lakers, you heard it first from Stu Gold. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thanks, Shetler. A great hit over there. And let's talk about these goalies. Of course, Stu Gold's goalie student, Anthony Zalezzi, not on the ice tonight. But we have two really solid goalies who we talked about in the first half, and let's keep talking about them because they were great in this second period.
Yeah, both teams have played only one goalie each. For Elmira, it's it is Brody Hayes. He's made 18 saves this game so far, absolutely crazy. And for Oswego State, we have Gavin McCarthy in there, and they're absolute brick walls out on the ice today, with 18 saves for Hayes and 13 for McCarthy, and they are both freshmen, which is crazy just to see all the freshmen out on the ice.
Absolutely, guys. And we talk about the goalie matchup and that they've been very solid, but one thing that has not been very solid for the Oswego State Lakers is their shots on net percentage. Lucas?
Yeah, I mean, Oswego has had 44 shots in this game so far. 18 of those are shots on goal. Very, very poor accuracy from the Lakers. And as much as they're making Brody Haynes work, they're really not, because all of the shots that they're taking are way off the mark. And I really think that they need to lock down on their shots, because they are really not putting as much pressure on Haynes as they should. And they should have a lot more shots on goal. And that is what leads to puck going into the back of the net. And I think if they can limit the bad shots and only take good shots, they're going to find more opportunities.
Yeah, Lucas, I just did the math on my laptop here, shooting just under 41% for shots on target. Nice. Not pretty if you're the Lakers here. But I will say this, one player who's looked really solid for the Lakers so far has been number 8, Adam Grenier, the freshman. He's been going up and down the ice, battling for the puck when it's not in a defensive or offensive zone, as well as battling in his own defensive zone, getting the puck back, and really starting attacks for the team.
Yeah, I mean, he's been everywhere on the ice this game so far. Everywhere they've needed him, he's been there. Not any goals so far, but he's made some really good passes, and they've almost had a couple of opportunities here and there. But then again, still got Brody Jones in the back of the net for Elmira, and he is playing phenomenally. So I think it's just a matter of who can get a goal first, who can make the other team make a mistake first.
Yeah, I really think that these two teams are really evenly matched. They're going head to head. They're both giving it all they've got, and I think it's just going to be a game of opportunity. Who slips first? Who gives a little window? Who gives the other team a little window? Excuse me.
Absolutely, and we saw that even matchup in the matchup history before the game. Like we said, 48 wins for Oswego, 48 wins for Elmira, and 6 ties between the two teams. So we knew coming into this was going to be a really good, really tight matchup. But Oswego really has sort of dominated the offensive zone. They just can't seem to find the back of the net.
Yeah, I think it's really telling from this 0-0 score how new both and how fresh these two teams are. Like we said, 12 freshmen for Elmira, and we have 19 for Oswego, or 19 new players, 17 freshmen. So I think that's very telling for how this game is going. 0-0. They're shaking off the rust. They're trying to find that chemistry that really isn't there as much as it should be. But it's the first or second game of the season for both of them, so they're still struggling to find that, and I think it is only a matter of time before they do.
And I think in the locker rooms right now, both of their coaches are telling them to step up. They've got to give more, and I think we'll see a huge shift in the intensity, again, from the first to the second, and now from the second to the third. I think it'll make all the difference.
And one thing I think we've kind of neglected to take into account is the fatigue from last night's games. Both teams played hard-fought battles last night, the Lakers against Hobart, and of course, the Soaring Eagles. Jeez, I cannot get that name right today. The Soaring Eagles against the Nazareth Golden Flyers. That's why I was confused. So two really solid teams last night. Unfortunately taking losses, but they're both very fatigued coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, fatigue is a real thing. I mean, both of these squads played hard last night, so they're obviously going to be tired, but that is where you find who the real players are going to step up for either team. And in this third period, Coach Gosick, I'm blanking on the other coach's name right now, but I guarantee you both of them are asking these players, who is going to step up? Who is going to make a big play? Because they need someone to do that.
And the other coach is Aaron Saul. That was the correct answer, Lucas. No point for you.
Sorry, I got it wrong.
Well, folks, we are going to send it over to a quick break, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, it'll be Connor and Rob in the press box for the third and maybe final period of the game. Have a great night.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome into the Steve Levy press box here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena for our second intermission here, where we are still tied at 0-0 between the Lakers and the Elmira Soaring Eagles. My goodness, has this been an interesting 2 periods, even if it's been scoreless.
Yeah, I mean, this just goes to show you that you don't need a high-scoring game to have a great time at a hockey game. I mean, this is one of the best games I've seen in a while. 2 evenly matched teams. The goalies, I mean, oh my gosh. I think that's the reason we're still scoreless. Both guys came into today with career-high save percentages. And, I mean, when we finally get that first goal, man, is it going to feel like 5? Just because of how few and far goals have been, as we obviously see with a 0-0 score.
And you mentioned it earlier, just the atmosphere here at the Deb. It'll go supernova once we actually get that first Laker goal anyway, because most of them being, you know, the Laker faithful. There are a few different Elmira faithful here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena, but still, nothing so far in these 2 periods. 17 shots on the board for the Lakers, only 14 for the Elmira Soaring Eagles. They're keeping it relatively high shots, not quite 10 a period, that sort of thing, more like about 8 or 9, but still, high shots, high action, and we've seen penalties on both sides as well. It's going to be quite interesting going into this third period of action, and what a crowd we've got going on here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena as some Sweet Caroline plays here at the Deb quite the tradition here.
Yeah, and I mean, as you mentioned before, just the amount of shots on goal, but not just the shots, the quality of these shots have just been really high, in my opinion. I mean, I find myself just a couple times a period looking over like, oh my gosh, how is that goal light not on? With how fast some of these shots are, some of the deflections we've seen. I mean, we've seen easy shots turn into really high-level goaltending.
Yeah, and the amount that the puck as well has come right across the goal crease. Like, it's come like right just across so many different times to where you gotta wonder how somebody didn't just poke a stick in there and finally put one home for their team. We've still got goose eggs on either side of the board here, and I'm just about as surprised as you are, Connor, for how exciting this game has been and how amazing both teams have been doing here tonight at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena as both teams take to the ice once more, and we will get set for this second period of action here from the Deb as we get set for that center ice face-off to start us off here for the second period. Both teams coming to the center. Unlike that second period, we are starting even strength here. One goaltender's ready. Linesman indicating. Timekeepers are ready. We're ready up here, and the puck is dropped. It's one back to Oswego. Daniel Calabufo, getting thrown over there by Birch Gorman. And we know that Elmira is a little bit of a physical team here. Nico Payon trying to put on a little bit of his own physicality. But Elmira looking to take it, but Matt McQuaid putting on quite the showing as the other number 12 on the ice, Matt York, will grab it. McQuaid in to put some pressure on, but it'll go back to the Lakers defensive line. Here comes Connor Gatto. Matt McQuaid grabbing that. Daniel Calabufo, the man from Camillus. Quick shot, save made by the red basket of Brody Haynes.
And I mean, you got to feel kind of bad for Daniel Calabufo. He's been getting hit this game. I mean, gosh, I do not want to be him tomorrow morning when he wakes up. He's going to feel sore. But a really good shot right there. And now the Lakers have an offensive zone faceoff. Just 40 seconds into the game, into the third period.
Well, I mean, you can take that sort of targeting as a little bit of a warning sign or not, or knowledge of the other team that, hey, this guy's pretty good. We might want to put a body or two on him as here comes Elmira the other way. Quick shot turned away by, I believe, either the elbow or the shoulder of Gavin McCarthy. Lakers coming out the other side. Travis Baker getting it long out over towards Adam Grenier. Elmira, though, with it on the near board. Shane Haviland grabbing that Grenier. Here comes the Lakers. Jesse Horacek just momentarily took it in there. Cam Lowe will come around. Under pressure, though, still from Adam Grenier as they send it all the way across, this time for Carter Wisely. Wisely in the zone. Sending it right on McCarthy. He'll turn it away with his stick, it sounded like. As coming back the other way are the Lakers. Ryan Burke sent across, turned away. Oh, and bowled over there. Here's Brody Haynes as the puck goes the other way, so no whistle, no nothing. Drake Semrad sending it towards the center again as Elmira coming the other way. Lucas Stevenson off the far boards. Still in a neutral zone, though, as the Lakers are able to momentarily reverse it. Elmira, though, sending it deep into the Lakers' end, but a little bit too deep. That will be icing.
And some great positioning here by McCarthy on these first few saves. I mean, doing a really good job of hugging the post, not giving Elmira anything really to shoot at.
Yeah, you mentioned Gavin McCarthy's positioning there. Just hugging those posts, sealing off those posts. Trust me, I one of my favorite things to analyze is goaltending. I'd say simply because of my brother, who is quite the high-level goaltender for the Utica Junior Comets down, I believe, the USPHL over in Utica. Nonetheless, the Lakers will dump it in here as the Elmira Soaring Eagles will get it out of the zone. Jonathan Bala getting it off the boards, almost put it into the Elmira bench there. It was about a couple inches short of the half board there. But nonetheless, Elmira trying to possess it in the Oswego end, in close. Oh, but he's not able to find Twine. Lucas Stevenson sending it all the way around as Lakers getting it out. Kyle Hughes will send that across to Shane Miller. And they will get a neutral zone regroup here as the Lakers looking to reverse it, and they do. Shane Miller back across for Kyle Hughes. They'll try the far boards this time. Here they come, in for Joel Pavi. In close, but knocked away by the Lakers. Up to the top, quick shot. Gloved up by Gavin McCarthy.
And that defensive zone turnover almost turned into a massive one goal lead for Elmira, but great job by the Lakers. Staying calm, regrouping. Let's see what they can do here in the defensive zone.
17:07 is all that we've got left to go in regulation time here in the third period. And while we are even, regulation time is the terminology we will use as the Lakers win that back below the goal line. The Lakers getting it out. Here comes Matt McQuaid into the zone. Josh Simpson tried to put a shot on, but he could not get enough mustard on that puck. Along the far boards. Still digging at it. Still, with that, able to come out with it on the Lakers. Quick shot, sent across. Josh Simpson will go and grab it. Down for Connor Gatto. Gatto up for Baker. Baker across, Simpson, shot, save made by the pad of Brody Haynes. And I believe a Laker just went behind him. I believe that might have been Connor Gatto coming across that crease. And Brody Haynes almost got off balance there, but thankfully he's able to keep his stride. Kyle Hughes sending it in as a big hit gets laid on him by Travis Baker. Coming up the near side, Lakers looking to get it in. Jesse Horacek in to put some pressure on Ryan Riefler. Off the far boards it'll go. Over for Drake Semrad. Off the far boards again. As Elmira looking to possess it here, but here comes Drake Semrad. Semrad through the middle. Hands it across for Ergo. Sends it back to Semrad, but no shot will come. Michael Ergo sending it across. Here comes Elmira the other way. Birch Gorman. Up the far boards. Look to get it across the red line, and they will dump it. Elmira will go to a change minus Nathan Young. Elmira regroup in their own zone here. Cam Lowe. A crossover for Stephen McDonald, but unfortunately he tried to tip that and dump it in so there wouldn't be icing, but Drake Semrad able to get that. Dumping it into the zone beyond the red line. Cam Lowe getting it for Elmira. Sending it on the near side for Carter Wisely. Dumping it in. Below the goal line it will go. No icing here. Any sort of icing gets waved off. Ryan Burke sending it right in. The Lakers just trying to get it out here as it goes below the goal line for Jonathan Bala. Getting it across for Mike Kosas. Sending it right in, and losing his stick there. I believe that was number 18, Justin Ryan over there. Elmira putting a shot on it, goes off the leg, I believe, of Mike Kosas as he's having a sort of limping a little bit from the shock of the shot, but thankfully it'll go up to the netting for a stoppage of play.
And I mean, these goalies down there looking like prime Juan Brodeur on opposite ends. Really doing a great job of just stifling these two offenses.
Yes, some big goalies, but unfortunately not quite as flamboyant as a Hasek or a Fleury, but nonetheless still some of the best that these two colleges can get as it goes all the way down. That'll be another icing after it got touched by Brody Haynes. And the referee having to talk to the linesman here. And the referee will determine that we are getting a new center ice face-off here because Brody Haynes, the goaltender, touched it just either, I believe it was just after it went across that goal line, but nonetheless, if the goalie touches it, that is no icing. Face-off won back by the Lakers. Here they come the other way. Jumping it in is Travis Baker. Right into the waiting glove of Brody Haynes as a little bit of a snow show got put on by a member of the Lakers there.
You can see the Lakers looking around trying to get a penalty here, but no call by the referee.
And the student section a little bit not the happiest of campers for something like that, but nonetheless, we'll have a face-off to the right of Brody Haynes in the Elmira end. Face-off tied up, one to the side. Grabbing that is Colin Vassilo. Vassalo again, all off the boards it'll come. Here comes Elmira the other way, I believe. We will have a hand pass on Elmira as directed by our referee anyway, with 14-13 still left to go in the third.
And let's see how this Oswego man advantage unit does on their third time back out on the ice. I mean, 0 for 2 so far. It's really been the story of this actually no.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are 5-on-5 here, as there was a little bit of a confusing sort of whistle from the referee, but nonetheless, we'll have an offensive zone face-off. Quick shot goes up into the netting, and that one came up quick.
Yeah, and that's why it's there, folks.
You gotta wonder, especially like for some of the youth hockey games that sometimes gets played here in the arena when something like the Crisafulli ice rink isn't ready over at the Fort, over at Fort Ontario. Sometimes youth games get played here and you wonder, why do they have that netting? But nope, you go to a college game and you see just how hard some of those shots can get. Oh, and getting wrestled down there was Ryan Riefler as they send it back in, and I believe the call will be offsides as they sent it back in and a Laker touched it before he could exit the zone.
And here we go with another face-off.
Oh, we have a penalty.
No, it's a penalty.
Yeah. Wow, I had completely thought that was an offsides, but nonetheless, Daniel Calabufo is going to the box for hooking. So instead of it being the power play unit like you said earlier, Connor, it's going to be the penalty kill unit for the Oswego Lakers. And they will have to kill this one off like they were thankfully able to do earlier. Elmira getting it across the top. Over for Birch Gorman. Now down for Shane Haviland. Right in front. Haviland gets it back. Haviland to Birch Gorman. Across for Chance Gorman. Chance to Birch. Birch a shot right in front. Gets turned away and over onto the near side. Chance Gorman. Oh, he tried to find his brother, but it did not get to him. The brotherly connection was unfortunately not there. Birch Gorman stopping it behind his own net. Hands it to his brother this time. It will connect, and he will connect it to Ryan Riefler. Into the zone they come. Chance Gorman to Birch. Birch back down. Birch gets it back over to Chance. Chance to Birch. Birch loading up. Shot wide of the net. It'll go. Cole Tucker around this time for Shane Haviland. And below the goal line it'll go. The Lakers will get it out about halfway through this penalty kill, and they will get a much-needed change of lines. 12:45 still left to go in regulation time here from the Dabbas. Elmira will break it out. Shane Miller dumping it in. Going behind the net of Gavin McCarthy. Grabbing that, Elmira trying to get it into their own nets and control it here as that went off of, I believe, the linesman there. It almost looked like he was able to get the whistle out fairly quickly, even after it just hit him.
Yeah, and we're going to get a face-off in the area of offsides, but that was just a puck deflection hitting the linesman. Let's see what Elmira can do with these last 30 seconds on this penalty. I mean, neither team so far has been able to capitalize on their numerous man advantage chances.
30 seconds still remain in the penalty kill for the Oswego State Lakers. 12:27 remains in the third. And the Lakers are able to win that one, and it goes all the way down to Brody Haynes, and he will forward it behind him just before number 18, Justin Ryan, could get there. Elmira getting the breakout. Here comes Bailey Krawcheck. Getting it into the zone deep below the goal line. Hollian over to the near side, and the Lakers will break it out. 5 seconds left in the penalty. And Daniel Calabufo will escape the penalty box, and he will go into the bench here, and we will resume 5-on-5 play. Nico Payon off the glass it'll go, and out of the zone. Going to grab that, Daniel Calabufo, freshly released. He will go back to the bench fairly quickly as well. Elmira going to grab that, Matt York backhanding it. Oh, right off of, I believe that was number 9, Joel Pavey. My goodness. And unfortunately, he is a little bit doubled over as he entered the bench there. The referee's wondering if that would constitute for possible bench minor infraction, but they will conclude no such thing. They will act as if it hit somebody on the bench, and they will have just a center ice face-off. Off the boards it'll go. Elmira will grab it in their own end. Off the glass. Keeping it in are the Lakers. A little backhand over into the near corner it'll go. Matt York looking to pick it up. Gets a big hit there from Ryan Burke. Putting on all the pressure. Vassilo hits the deck over there. Josh Simpson up the boards here for Burke. D-man putting it almost below the goal line there. Elmira will forward it below the goal line. Justin Ryan up for Vassilo. Up top for Simpson. Quick shot. It's blockered away by Brody Haynes, and we will have another whistle here. As boy, oh boy, chaotic action going on here at the Dab, and the referees indicating a man coming to the box is number 18, Lucas Stevenson, talking with the linesman there, just trying to figure out what he was called for, but nonetheless, he will go to the box and the power play unit will come on.
And you could just hear how loud the Deb just got with the Lakers now coming on for their third power play of the night. Let's see if they can succeed here and finally break open this tie game.
Winning it back to the Lakers. Travis Baker with it. Baker leaving that for his teammate Matt McQuaid as it comes right in close, but covering that one up is Brody Haynes.
And those are the shots that the Lakers need to start taking on these power plays. Get guys in the front of the net and really try and deflect shots, a la Chris Kreider of the New York Rangers. He makes a living down there in front of that net. And even if you're not deflecting, at least make it harder for that goalie to see the puck.
Well, during my playing days, that was how I made my money. Down in the corners and down in front of the net, getting those garbage goals, sending it right in, and another deflection goes wide. Into the corner it'll go. 140 still left. Sent across, shot wide of the net. Across for Travis Baker. McQuaid to the center. Gato, unfortunately, redirecting that the wrong way. Connor Gato across for Travis Baker. Now for Matt McQuaid. We're walking in, shot goes over the net. And again, below the goal line, Elmira will send it all the way around and trying and successfully keeping it in is Mike Kosis. Well done, sir. Sent right back up. Matt McQuaid keeping it in scoring distance. Comes across, but no shot will come. It'll go back to the boards. Calabufo for Gatto. Gatto walking across the blue line. Quick shot goes wide. Elmira getting their sticks back on it. Bailey Krawcheck gets it back. Now for Baker. Baker for Gatto. Big shot. Oh, rebounded. Still there. Does it go? No goal! No goal, calls the referee! Chaos in a dog pile in the crease of Brody Haynes. My goodness, Brody Haynes having to take cover.
And this has really just been such a better power play for the Lakers here. I mean, this first unit is doing an amazing job of generating pressure. Now they're going to get relieved here with the second unit, but oh my goodness, it really seems like the Lakers have figured it out here on their third power play of the game. And by the looks of it, I mean, if this second unit can keep up the good offensive pressure and momentum that the first unit had, we might be looking at a goal here with 38 seconds left on this power play.
9:29 is remaining in regulation time here in the third period. Elmira grabbing it, sending it all the way down. And that'll go to Gavin McCarthy. He will put it the other side of where Nathan Young was putting some pressure on. Grabbing that, Jonathan Bala coming up the near side, sending it off those boards, but redirecting it in is Nathan Young. Bala again, up the far side with speed. He will choose to lug it over the blue line, passes it across. Horacek shot, save, man, rebound is there. They've got open nets up. Oh, and it didn't go. How did it not go? Horacek again. Sends it across, shot, save! Oh, blocked by a defender, still there to go to the boards! Oh, how did nothing find the net? Over to the near corner it'll go. Sent back across. We're even strength. Right in for Bala. It doesn't go. Back across off a stick to the far boards. And off the glass it will go. Elmira will get it out momentarily. The Lakers will have to regroup. Sent back in. Broken stick on the ice. All the way down. And we will get a break. And a little bit of a sigh of relief for the Elmira Soaring Eagles anyway.
Yeah, and that's a desperation icing for Elmira. I mean, oh my gosh, they were getting overwhelmed in that defensive zone. After looking at that sequence, how is this game still tied, Rob? Oh my gosh.
2 solid sequences where the Lakers could have buried it on a chaotic sequences there. Oh my goodness. Series of blocks, series of saves, and the Lakers still in. Oh, sends it across. But no shot to the net will come. Unfortunately, goes right across. Elmira grabbing that. Matt York up the near side off of a stick, and that will go into the fans. And I believe looks like they may be laughing it off over there, thankfully.
One thing to take note of here is just the difference in shots now. With only 8 minutes left in this third period, the Lakers have gotten up to 29, while Elmira is kind of struggling only at 17. It really seems like the Lakers are emptying the energy tank here, and it's really showing with how much faster they're playing, and just the quality of their offensive chances because of that speed.
And you do have to hand it to Brody Haynes down on the end of the Elmira Soaring Eagles. Last year in his 3 games played, sustained a 949 save percentage, almost a 950. So to put that in perspective, for every 20 shots that he faced on net, only one of them would go in, essentially, as we've got another another whistle here. The ref's arm was up, but I believe we will go deep into the zone here, into the zone of the Oswego State Lakers.
Yeah, and I don't really understand this call, but
nonetheless,
it's an offensive zone here for Elmira.
7:56 left to go in this third period of play. Winning that back are the Lakers. They'll get it off the glass, and here come the Lakers the other way off the back. Still there. Lakers coming back in. Forwarding it in is Patrick Hollian. He will go in to put some pressure on below the goal line. 3-on-1 down there below that thin red line at the bottom there as it goes all the way back. Drake Semrad will get it behind the net of McCarthy. Off the boards for Vassilo. Vassilo now up for Ryan Burke. Into the zone they come. Dangerously close. Oh, he tried to lift it. It's off the shoulder. Here comes Elmira the other way. Coming across the blue line. Bouncing across that blue line and across off the body of, I believe that was Miles Yearwood. But nonetheless, Elmira will possess it in their own end. A little bit dangerous territory. The Lakers putting on a little bit of forechecking here as they've got an opportunity. Here comes Ryan Riefler. A quick shot. It goes wide. Able to get it out. Colin Vassilo across there for Travis Baker. Baker sent right across there. Ryan Burke. Burke now for Simpson. Up the near boards it'll go, and it will pop up into the Oswego Lakers bench.
Oh my gosh, Rob, only 6 minutes and 38 seconds left. I mean, could we potentially go into overtime here?
Well, I mean, if they haven't scored yet, they might not score in the 6 minutes and 30 seconds that we've still got. Nonetheless, the Lakers have tried to work for the miracle season anyway. As it comes right in front, no shot will come. Bala sending it right into the corner. Jesse Horacek going for it in the corner again with Michael Ergo there to help him out. Elmira up the near boards it'll go, and out of the zone it goes. Here comes Stephen McDonald. McDonald stop and shot off the leg there of Jonathan Bala. Nico Payon going for that. Adam Grenier in to help him out. And going across there to Jesse Horacek. Off the boards it'll go. A little bit of a weird bounce. It stays with Elmira, but the Lakers will recover. Sending it over to the near side for Nico Payon. Payon now for Jesse Horacek. He will dump it in and go to change himself. And the first line will come on. Elmira sending that right all the way down below the goal line of the Oswego Lakers. No icing as it was a deflection. Lakers coming out. Here comes Matt McQuaid into the zone. Sent across, no shot will come. Elmira on the far side. Kenny Maxwell. Again, sent right up and off the body of Patrick Holland. And again, over on the near side, Drake Semrad trying to carry himself up the boards. Elmira will steal it. Matt York to Kenny Maxwell. Birch Gorman getting it back. Getting it up and all the way to the walkway here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena with 5:03 still left to go in this third period.
And that one got deflected into the concourse area. I mean, you gotta look out at all times when you're at a game here at the Deb. That's what those videos that play before the games are for.
Center ice face-off here, taking that one Justin Ryan, and he will win it back for the Lakers. Here comes Colin Vassalo into the zone. Sent across for Simpson. Shot, goes wide of the net. Baker at the top, sending it all the way down below the goal line. Rolling around to the near side. Josh Simpson sending it back in. Having to go for it is Justin Ryan. Ryan back in. Leaves that for Colin Vassalo. Vassalo leaving that for Baker. Sending it right in, goes behind the net. Josh Simpson comes down to get it. Coming back around. Sent to the top, Vassalo, shot save! Made by Haynes. And the Lakers will keep it in. Travis Baker. Sent right across, off the boards it'll go for Justin Ryan. Simpson sending it back in, Vassalo. Sending it all the way around, Travis Baker. Getting that for Josh Simpson, walking in, shot, save, made by Haynes. It's still there though, Elmira will grab it and get it out. That did go off. That did go out of the zone, so thankfully, Justin Ryan did not touch it with his hand there. Jesse Horacek, though, in putting on some good pressure. It'll go all the way down, though. We will have an icing with 3:49 left to go in this third period.
And there's another desperation icing there for Elmira, but one key factor to point out is that just because they're icing this puck, they can't change guys. I know they're getting about a 10-15 second break here, but that's clearly not enough. And you can see here, it just kind of looks like they're just more tired and just starting to now allow the Oswego Lakers to really set up their offense, almost as if they're on a power play with a man advantage when they're just playing 5-on-5.
It's a war of attrition here from the shores of Lake Ontario, as the Lakers will win this one back. Connor Gato coming deep into the zone, going for it again to the Lakers, and trying to come out with it is Luca Munoz, but to no avail, or should I say, I believe that may have been Daniel Calabufo. Elmira, quick shot off the stick, and that will go up into the netting.
And you've kind of seen a movement across hockey with certain groups kind of trying to advocate for the netting to not only be behind the goaltenders, but extend all the way around the arena, kind of like we've seen in the MLB with the foul ball netting.
And one of the things that we saw yesterday at the Cooler in Geneva is that it has that netting almost all the way around the arena, at least on the spectator side of things. Unfortunately, our booth was rather unprotected, but thankfully no flying pucks came in. Matt McQuaid tried to get it over to Gatto, but that'll be intercepted by Stephen McDonald. And off a couple skates there, it'll go just into the neutral zone. McDonald, though, will keep it in. Elmira, shot gloved up by Gavin McCarthy.
And that really was Elmira's first shot on goal in almost 10 minutes. I mean, the Lakers have just been suffocating with their offensive forechecking and just offensive pressure as a whole.
And especially due to the fact that, well, the shots on goal so far, 32 for the Lakers, 18 for Elmira. The Lakers have surpassed 30 shots before Elmira has even surpassed 20. But it does not matter in terms of shots. What matters is the big number on the board. That is still at 0-0, but the Lakers are trying to change that as they rush it in. Michael Ergo. On the ground there in the corner. Underneath Matt York. Big board battle here. Taken her out by Birch Gorman, though. Gorman up the far boards. Gets a little bit tripped up at that blue line. But Lucas Stevenson will take it in his stead. Leaving that. Birch Gorman. One of two from Flemington, New Jersey. The other, his brother Chance. Intercepted by Semrad. Here comes Vassalo. Blocked the shot. Birch Gorman, what stick placement. And we've got a big penalty here on Birch Gorman. And we will have 2 for holding.
Yeah, and that's illegal. Can't take the other guy's stick out of his hand. And here we go. Oswego on their 4th power play of the game. I'm really impressed with how that first power play unit did with their about minute and 10 on the ice the last time. Let's see how they do here.
2:14 remains in this 3rd period. So if the Lakers don't score on this power play, we will likely go to overtime because it'll be only 14 seconds of even strength if there are no more penalties in this game. Baker across, shot just goes wide. Elmira grabbing that. Daniel Calabufo trying to get his stick on it, but Elmira sending it all the way around. Gavin McCarthy dropping that for Travis Baker, the man from Waterloo up in Ontario. Here comes Matt McQuaid into the zone, looking to set it up. Back up for Travis Baker. Across for Mike Kosis, back to Baker. Baker with a shot. Oh, and Brody Haynes was on his rear, and we've got a little bit of trying fisticuffs here. Cam Lowe, he tried to drop him with Matt McQuaid, but the referee's in there to break it up. Now, the question is, will he go to the box? Will anybody go to the box?
Yeah, and that could prove to be very costful here if we're playing 4-on-4 now. And yeah, it looks like he is going to the box.
And that'll be 4-on-3 now.
Oh, no, yes, a 4-on-3, you're right.
As both Matt McQuaid and Cam Lowe will go to the box. And I'm looking to see what the referee is indicating to our timekeepers down below us. And we will have more penalties here. I might have jinxed it by saying if there's no more penalties, but not 30 seconds later did we get some.
And this will be interesting here to see who can take advantage of these less bodies on the ice. Guys can get caught up out of position easily, and that could lead to some high scoring chances.
Ooh, as it goes rifling right into the Oswego Lakers bench. And thankfully they're able to deal with it and duck and cover at least. None of the coaches will get hit. None of the players will get hit. It will make a mark, though, on the boards, which some of the fans are pointing out here. Face-off won by the Lakers off the draw as they get it back into the corner. Horacek now up for Bala. Back to Horacek. Down deep for Adam Grenier. Over for Ryan Burke. It'll go to the far side this time for Payon. Burke will get it back. He tried to kick it, but unfortunately it goes past him. Elmira will get it long out of the zone. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go in regulation time here. Bala getting it back up. Off the boards it'll go. Ryan Burke into the zone. Gets it across. Grenier! Oh, a shot goes right across the goal. Tried that shallow angle shot. Horacek now for Grenier. Shot again. Bouncing puck. Still there. Horacek controls. Elmira. Payon now. Payon at the top. A flying stick almost came to him. As we have 2 minutes for interference. Who will be going to the box? Both referees made the signal. That'll be Ryan Burke going to the box for the Lakers. So we will have even more men off the ice.
Yeah, and it looks like we'll have a 4-on-4 here for about 24 seconds. Yup, and then Elmira will get a 2-minute penalty here, assuming no one scores in these last 38 seconds, that they could take into overtime.
That could be dangerous for the Lakers, but we saw it start in that second period. They were able to kill it off, but nonetheless, winning that back are the Lakers, but Elmira will steal it quickly. Walking in, shot blocked away by McCarthy. A routine stop for the man from Athens, Ontario. Gato setting it below the goal line. 19 seconds left. Into the corner it'll go. Travis Baker just looking to protect it as much as we can as the Lakers now on a penalty kill. They'll try and keep it in their midst for what time is left in regulation. Sending it across. Lakers taking it back, and we will go to extras. The score after 3 20-minute periods of play, none for the Oswego State Lakers, none for the Elmira College Soaring Eagles. Wow, what a game this is.
Yeah, I mean, that third period was absolutely electric with seeing multiple penalties on both sides, a little 4-on-3 action for a couple seconds. But as we see here, we have the Oswego Lakers now having to serve a penalty for about 1 minute and 22 seconds as we come into overtime. That's huge. And if you're Elmira here, you've been getting outshot in that third period, 5-on-5. If you don't take advantage here in this first minute and 22 seconds, unless you get another penalty, it's going to be very hard for them to generate any scoring chances against an Oswego team that just flat out outplayed them here in the third period, disregarding penalties, of course.
And the Lakers facing a similar situation, like I said earlier. They started that second period a man down, but that was for a lot more time than this. 122 up on the board for number 28, Ryan Burke. Boy, oh boy, the shots are not exactly as equal as they were going into that third period. 34 for the Oswego State Lakers, 21 for the Elmira Soaring Eagles. But like I said earlier, the shots are not what matters. What matters is the big number above it. We are even at none. None for the Lakers, none for Elmira. As we go into overtime, you gotta wonder if you were a fly on the wall on that pane of glass right next to Ed Gosick and some of the assistant coaches. John Whitelaw down there, I believe, is the one giving the plays, that sort of thing. But nonetheless, you gotta wonder what is being said in that Oswego State bench. What is the game plan for overtime as we come closer and closer? This crowd going supernova for a big loud meter here at the Deborah F. Stanley Arena, and a full 20 minutes got put on the board, but nope. It'll be 5 minutes of overtime action here in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena as we get overtime started. Here comes Elmira. Birch Gorman to his brother Chance. Left back for Shane Haviland. Now Birch. Now Chance. Haviland coming in. Chance shot. Oh, just wide. Oh, I thought that would hit Twine. Chance coming back in. Ever closer they come. Oh, but Chance Gorman lets it go. Ryan Riefler back up for Haviland. Haviland down for Birch. Oh, and it gets ricocheted across and out of the zone. It'll go off the glass. 40 seconds left in the penalty kill. Here comes Elmira the other way. 4-on-3 as it is overtime. Haviland taking it across. Takes it himself. Chance shot blocked away. It's still there though, and covering it up is Gavin McCarthy.
And a great job by the Lakers here on this penalty kill. I mean, 4-on-3 is not easy. That is tough, especially with the lack of bodies on the ice. It's you guys have to cover more ground, and it's so easy to get caught out of position. But only having 22 seconds left on this penalty kill, I'm very impressed with how they've killed this penalty so far.
22 seconds remains in that penalty for Ryan Burke. The Lakers will win that defensive zone face-off back. Michael Ergo, though, trying to get it out. Travis Baker will send it long, going all the way down the other way. Brody Haynes stopping it. 9 seconds left in the penalty. And Ryan Burke is itching to get out of that penalty box. 3 seconds left. We are even strength. Burke will go to the bench. Simpson will come out. Elmira, though, will enter the zone. Josh Simpson grabbing that for the Lakers. Leaving that for, I believe that is Travis Baker. Baker coming around. Across to Matt McQuaid. McQuaid coming around this time. Sends it back behind the goal line. Elmira off the boards. It'll go. McQuaid back for Jesse Horacek. Or I should say, no, that is Josh Simpson. 16, not quite 26. Simpson, nonetheless. Travis Baker back to Simpson. Simpson up for Matt McQuaid. Sent across. Simpson in. Skinning around the net. Looks for a better shot. Travis Baker will take it. Baker in close. It'll go turned away by Brody Haynes. Oh, here comes Elmira. Shane Haviland all alone with Colin Vassalo. It'll get tipped off his skate and it'll go below the goal line. Josh Simpson getting that for Travis Baker. 4 men all on the same side. 2 of them will go to change. Might want to be careful here. Jonathan Bala trying to lead that for Justin Ryan. Instead, Vassalo will take it and hand it back to Bala. Bala in the zone, it'll go. Elmira taking that, however. Birch Gorman sent off the boards. Going all the way down. Below the goal line, it'll go. Getting it back the other way. Here comes Connor Gato, the Florida man. Up the far boards. Sent in for Simpson. Simpson still with it. Will take it around the boards. And in front. Oh, one shot across. He couldn't find Twine. Back up for Bala. Below the goal line. Now down for Patrick Hallian. Grabbing that on his stick is Bailey Krawcheck. Just under 2 minutes left in overtime. Cam Lowe looking over what they've got in front of him. Elmira. Cam Lowe over for Chance Gorman. Gorman in the zone with speed. Sends across. Poked away by Gavin McCarthy. Oswego Lakers coming back the other way. 1:15 to go. Drake Semrad across for Matt McQuaid. In the zone they come. Sent across. Streaking is Travis Baker. Across back for Jesse Horacek. Oh, unfortunately, he's out of the zone. Sends it all the way back to Gavin McCarthy for some little extra room. Much more of a soccer strategy than a hockey one. But here we come the other way. Matt McQuaid sends it in. Turned away with ease by Haynes. 45 seconds to go. Lakers still with it. 4-on-4. McQuaid down for Baker. McQuaid, shot, save made by Brody Haynes with 33.7 seconds left to go in overtime.
That was almost an Alex Ovechkin one-timer that would have gotten this place rocking, but with 33.7 seconds here to go, still anybody's game. Let's see what the Lakers can do here in the offensive zone.
33 seconds is all that we have left in overtime here. No goals have been scored in this arena tonight. Face off to the left of Brody Haynes as we revert back to 3-on-3 for the rest of this 30 seconds. Cam Lowe taking it himself. Sends it across for Ryan Riefler. Riefler in the zone. Across, shot, just goes wide of the net. Cam Lowe into the corner. Gato keeping him pinned. Might not want to get a holding penalty though. Send it across. Bala gets it off his stick. 5 seconds left in overtime. 2 seconds across. And that will do it. We will go to a shootout for the first time here this season, not only in the preseason or the regular season, but the season as a whole. We will go to the skills competition. Boy, oh boy, what a night it has been in Oswego.
Yeah, and if you're lucky enough to be tuning in and watching this amazing hockey game, I mean, I don't know what more you could ask for. 2 highly competitive teams, and as we mentioned before, I mean, the way the Lakers are playing here this opening weekend, I wouldn't be surprised if next week they got a number next to their name.
Well, we've got only about 2 minutes until we get our shootout underway, and you gotta wonder who will be the first ones to take to the ice, and I believe the Lakers will have the start, and it will be Adam Grenier, the 5'10 freshman from Coquitlam, all the way out west in British Columbia. I believe he will be the one to start us off here in this shootout. Going all the way down on number 1, Brody Haynes, the 6-foot goalkeeper from York in Pennsylvania. And boy, oh boy, you just, a game like this going ultimately to a skills competition here, Connor. This is going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're a goaltender, I mean, these guys played so well, and now for it to come down to this, I mean, the worst thing a goaltender ever has to face, aside from a screen shot or a shot deflected that he can't get to or a one-timer, is a breakaway. That's the main thing you don't want, and it's just unfortunate that these goalies are going to have to lose their 0 here. But having a completely scoreless game, even through overtime, just a massive testament to these two goaltenders who really lived up to the expectation of those high save percentages that they brought into today's game.
Well, with 30 seconds left and actually entering overtime, we must record here that at least one of these goaltenders will get a shutout. At least one of them will. They've entered overtime with 0s, come out of overtime with 0s, and will enter the skills competition, that shootout, with 0s. 37 saves on 37 shots for Brody Haynes. 23 saves on 23 shots for Gavin McCarthy, formerly of the OJHL's Oakville Blades. And the first one to get a crack at it is Adam Grenier. Here comes the man from BC. Coming in, scores! Adam Grenier! The first mark on the board, and the first time the horn will sound at the Deb.
And that was a great move there by Grenier, really isolating that high blocker side. And we've seen Hayes make a lot of his saves with his glove tonight. Let's see if that's something that Ed Gosick has kind of told his guys to try and target that blocker side.
Here comes Chance Gorman. In on McCarthy. Save! Gavin McCarthy coming in clutch for the Oswego State Lakers.
And that's a great save by McCarthy there, just giving him nothing, taking up as much of the space in the net as possible and just staying with him the entire time.
Connor Gato, the man from Jacksonville, the Gator as they call him, had a hat trick in the first preseason game. What'll he do? He scores! Connor Gato!
That's so huge now. The Lakers are up 2-0 in terms of shootout goals.
2-4-2 as Ryan Riefler from Binghamton down in the southern tier. What can he do? Misses it. That's it. Lakers win 1-0 from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena.
And Riefler just flat out missed the net. McCarthy stands tall. His first ever collegiate game. Not only is it a win, it's a shutout.
And that'll do wonders for the stat sheets for Gavin McCarthy, the man from Athens, Ontario. Easily our #1 star here from the Deb this evening. Final score from the shores of Lake Ontario, 1 for the Oswego State Lakers, none from the Elmira Soaring Eagles. What a game that was, Connor.
I agree with you. I mean, what an honor just to be able to call this game from the best seats in the house here at the Steve Levy press box. This was everything you want in a hockey game. If you're somebody who's never seen a hockey game before, gosh, I might show you this one just because this really proves that you don't need a high-scoring game to be entertained and have a great time watching.
It's the lowest scoring a game could ever be, but with the shots on the board and the action we've seen, you could not be able to tell. 39, the final shots for the Lakers. 23, the final shots for Elmira, nearly doubled by the Lakers in terms of shots today. But what a performance put on by these Lakers as they win on their teal night here, Connor.
Yeah, and they just look like the better conditioned team here, Rob. I mean, the game was pretty even in terms of shots on goal heading into that third period, but once we got into that third and decisive period, as well as overtime and that shootout, Lakers just seemed like they had more gas in the tank, and that's a testament to Ed Gosick's offseason training program here.
Oh, absolutely, and Ed Gosick will leave the building with a smile on his face as teal night results in victory for the Oswego State Lakers. Boy, oh boy, what a game that was for the Oswego State Lakers and the 3 stars. And Connor Gato getting the 3rd star of the game. And Brody Haynes, the man from Elmira, getting the 2nd star, well deserved. And they mob him. Gavin McCarthy, the #1 star from the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. We'll send it down to Mike Shetler, who's at ice level with our head coach at Gosick.
Thanks, Shetler. Sorry for the technical difficulties. A great interview for Gosick that you guys missed out on, unfortunately, but we'll get the scoop from him and we'll let you know. Well, what a game we had there, guys. What an ending. What a third period.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much there is to talk about. Both of these goalies were an absolute wall for 3 periods straight, and I feel like both of them deserve all of the credit in the world because they're the reason that both of these teams were able to fight back and forth. We had Brady Jones and we had, oh my gosh, I'm too tired.
Gavin McCarthy.
Gavin
It's been a
McCarthy.
long
I'm
night,
so sorry.
folks.
It's been a long night, but both those guys deserve the utmost respect from every single guy in the locker room. Both of them played fantastic. Unfortunately, one of them had to win, and McCarthy was just the better man in the shootout.
Yeah, I'm absolutely speechless. That was a great game. That was so much fun to watch, especially as the intensity just built and grew from the first to the third periods. They really stepped up their games. I don't know what they were saying in the locker rooms, but I'm sure it was inspiring.
And guys, the Lakers with so many chances in that third period, but unable to capitalize. Luckily for them, able to get the shootout win with 2 huge goals from Adam Grenier and Connor Gato. And Elmira unable to score a single goal in the shootout.
Yeah, very tough for them. I mean, like we just said, Gavin McCarthy, fantastic in goal, and he blocked those 2 last shots. Pretty much, he didn't even need to block that second one. That was just a puck slipped away from him. Unfortunate, it happens. And obviously down on the other end, 2 fantastic goals for the Lakers. Gonna go through every time. You gotta love to see it.
For sure, for sure.
Well, that's all we've got for you tonight, folks. For WTOP 10, I've been Mike Neckers, Lucas McGarry, Madeline Cummings. We want to thank our producer, Loudon Pratt, everyone on our crew, Rob Finger and Connor Sangus on the call, and everyone, have a great night.
This is going to be fun. Once we see an opening, we're booking it.
You can just make yourself an opening.
Oh, I'm about to.